Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Normal Community High School. It's high school basketball, Ironman basketball here on the Ink Spot tonight. It's a doubleheader, a boys and girls doubleheader, as Normal Community takes on Champaign Centennial in both of those basketball games. Joel Swanson, Bella Green, Zach Knox Doyle here from Normal Community High School Gymnasium. We're going to be bringing you both games. We're going to start with the girls game first, and we'll finish things up with the boys game. First, the Normal Community Girls take on the Lady Chargers of Champaign Centennial. Well, Normal Community coming off a loss to O'Fallon in their last contest, 63-47, looking to rebound after that. Champaign Centennial comes in after a loss to Bloomington, 76-25, but the Chargers, who come in 3-11, have won 2 of their last 3 games after a really rough 1-11 start. Normal Community comes in 16-4. Well, Bella, why don't you give us a real quick rundown of the season that the Normal Community girls have had so far? An impressive record, though, at 16 wins and 4 losses.
Yeah, 16-4 to start this season. Of course, coming off 2 back-to-back losses, but I can see some good things coming in the future. Last year, I mean, guys, there's some deja vu. Last year, January 9th, January 11th, both of Community's back-to-back losses last year. What happened after that? 13 straight wins. So I can see this game starting maybe a streak of some longer stuff. But so far in this season, we recently actually went up in the AP poll, ranked number 12 now, with our new wins and things that are happening. We're runner-up in State Farm Holiday Classic, outright intercity champions 4 times in a row. There's a lot to accomplish for this season. Team this season.
It certainly has been a great start to the season for the Normal Community girls. And Bella, this is a trend. This is not just this year. It's been many years now that Coach Feeney has built an excellent program here with the Lady Iron.
Yeah. This program has had a lot of success, especially Coach Feeney. I mean, there's one thing that this program will always have, and that's like chemistry. He's building a team. When I was looking at some of these like senior night answers, of course that's the big event tonight for the seniors. One thing everyone said was like, I love these people. These are like my sisters. So we have a lot of 4-year players here. All of the seniors have been in this program for their whole high school career, building a great chemistry on this team and a good foundation.
Yeah, and there's 8 seniors. That is a lot. And as you mentioned, they have spent 4 years in this program. It's also a sponsorship tonight for the mental health awareness program, Stay Another Day. So we'll talk about that a little bit here as the contest goes along. The opponent tonight is Champaign Centennial. As I mentioned, just a 3-11 record. They have won 2 of the last 3. So Bella, maybe give us a little bit of an idea of what we might see from the Chargers here this evening, the opponent that Normal Community is taking on.
Yeah, Centennial is 3-11 on the season. Last year they were 3-20. They have a new coach this year, formerly coached by Tamara Butler, who's actually like kind of has ties to Centennial, Miss Basketball nominee back when she was in her heyday. But they've stepped away now. Now they have Josh Sterling helming the team. So we're seeing kind of a rebuild from Centennial, trying to get back into maybe their good days of the 1970s to the 2000s.
So it's been a while for Centennial basketball. Absolutely. And I think tonight right now for Centennial, where you just like to have a competitive game going into the 4th quarter, that's probably a goal that the Chargers have. Obviously, Normal Community, a heavy favorite here tonight. We're going to turn things over to our PA announcer tonight, Mr. Jason Dringwitz, and we'll have the ball game for you here in just a few moments. You are watching Lady Iron basketball on the Ink Spot.
Stay Another Day, a clothing company whose mission is to help remove the stigma associated with discussing our mental health. The vision is to have every piece of Stay Another Day clothing be a walking billboard, spreading awareness that it's okay not to be okay. We at NCHS are proud of what Mackenzie is doing to help others and join her in her vision by recognizing tonight as Mental Health Awareness Night. Please visit her tonight at her table where she has items for sale and visit the website at stayanotherday.com. We join Mackenzie in our hope that we will stay another day. At this time, please rise if you're able, face the flag, and remove our caps as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem by Normal Community's own senior, Armani Connor. Now let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. First, for the visiting Centennial Chargers. Starting for the Chargers at guard, a senior, number 0, Lanaya Ballantyne. Starting at another guard, a junior, number 4, Alicia Thomas. Starting at another guard, a senior, number 11, Cheyenne Patterson. Starting at another guard, a junior, number 15, Jesse Miller. And at another guard, a sophomore, number 33, Anna Warren. And now for your normal community iron. Starting at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 1, Amia Lester. Starting at another guard, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Tatum Yoakley. Starting at forward, a 5'7" senior, number 11, Armani Connor. Starting at another guard, a 5'6" senior, number 22, Emma Harrison. And at another guard, a 5'8" senior, number 23, Raina Powers. The Ironmen's head coach is Dave Feeney, assisted by Darylyn Dunn, Michael Mace, and Megan Williams. Tonight's officials are Jeff Grifford, Brian Stark, and Ken Stewart.
The starting lineups and the national anthem. And how about that national anthem by Armani Connor? That was outstanding. Your thoughts on that, Bella?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. In her senior night thing, she said, I'm part of choir. She's missed games before because she's such a great singer. She was performing in the Madrigals. Here, getting her first start tonight as a senior. We got a bit of a different starting lineup tonight. Amia Lester, Emma Harrison, Raina Powers, Tatum Yoakley, and Armani Connor in for the Ironmen.
Well, here we go. We are on our way. A full senior starting lineup for Normal Community on senior night. And that is Tatum Yoakley, and down low they get it inside to Connor. She kicks it back out to Raina Powers. Now to Emma Harrison, 3 on the way, and that's a great way to start as Emma Harrison knocks down the first triple of the contest.
Wow, we've been talking about that. Like, Emma Harrison's three-point percentage is probably insane this season, hitting at an impressive clip.
Yeah, it's at 67% from 3 now. She just lights it up from downtown, and there was a turnover there by Centennial. Excellent start for Community, just exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, that was an over and back violation there against Champaign Centennial. Centennial, as we mentioned, lost to Bloomington 76-25 in their last contest. But before that, they picked up a couple of wins. They knocked off Urbana 60-51, and Tri-County, which is a group of schools right around the Champaign area, they knocked them off 47-42. Here's Yoakley's three on the way. That's no good. Rebound tipped around, and the Chargers have it. Picked up by Cheyenne Patterson, and she'll bring the ball over the center half-court line.
Yeah, keep an eye on Yoakley's jump shot. She has a really smooth mid-range jumper. She doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but she can knock down the mid-range as Raina Powers gets that steal.
Yeah, Raina able to jump in the passing lane right there and pick that one off. We're just on our way, just under 7 minutes here. 3-0 as Emma Harrison hit the opening three-point shot for Normal Community to put the Iron out in front. She's going to get another look right here, but she didn't take it. High post now to Yoakley, and they'll swing the basketball around. On the lane, Raina Powers now on the baseline, and Powers is going to get all the way down. We're going to have the game's first foul. Anna Warren's going to pick that one up for the Chargers.
Yeah, you love to see Raina Powers drive the ball. Throughout the season, she's been developing a three-point shot that we've seen a lot recently, but her favorite thing to do is drive the ball.
Emma Harrison had another look and didn't take it that time. Being very patient. Now she'll take that one, and that one doesn't quite go down. Yoakley's got the rebound, and Tatum puts it up and in right there, 5-0. The Iron jump out in front.
You know, something that's great about this team is the chemistry. This is the loudest I have heard the bench all season. So that one's a little long for Centennial on the putback and draw the foul. But this crowd for Community is great. You hear the players erupting every time there's a basket. That first shot, I couldn't even hear you, Mr. Swanson. I couldn't hear you when that first shot went in because it got so loud in here. And there's not a whole lot of fans, but that bench is just so loud, and you love to see the support.
There's a lot of them down there as well. Yeah, Coach Feeney's got a big roster, and the free throw up and good, and that shows also the strength of the program. A lot of girls coming out, a lot of girls want to be on the team, and certainly got a full bench down there, and we'll see if we're going to see all of them here this evening as Jessie Miller got the first point for Centennial. The Chargers tonight probably just try to hang around in this contest if they can, as 2 free throws for Jessie Miller makes the score 5-2. And kind of take a look at the defense for Centennial. Zach, talk a little bit about maybe what they're doing defensively here against Normal Community.
Well, we're seeing a zone from them. I wasn't exactly sure on the zone that we're seeing. It looks like maybe a 2-1-2, one in the middle, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and it seems to be working all right, but it's leaving some open Community players. It's Amia Lester's open there, just misses that one. So if Community's going to be able to knock down the 3 ball tonight, that's going to be a big thing because they're going to get a lot of looks from downtown.
And for Centennial, probably in this situation, trying not to turn the basketball over to give Normal Community easy shots in the other end. There's a miss by Jessie Miller inside, and here comes Raina Powers. She'll kick it back out to Yoakley. They'll swing it around Emma Harrison. And in the corner, a 3 on the way is no good that time for Lester. Yoakley picks it up out of there. Now Harrison on the drive. Back out front for Lester, and they'll move it around the horn. Inside, Raina Powers. Up and in. She's going to have a chance for the 3-point play, and it makes it 7-2.
Wow, just a perfect play from the Ironmen there. You see them, that chemistry, passing the ball, really breaking apart Centennial's defense right there.
You know, against O'Fallon, how many of those did we see from Raina? I think she had like 2 and 1s, but she went to the free throw line time and time again, and that's just what happens when you drive the ball like Raina Powers does.
And there's the free throw up. That's off the back iron. Rebound tipped around as Marco Reynolds was in there. The 6'1 senior had a hand on it. Couldn't quite bring it down. Centennial now in the front court, and we're going to get a foul on the play. Nope, a turnover here against Centennial. Thought there might have been a little contact that time, but the official decides to go with the turnover, and it'll be Lady Iron basketball.
Yeah, Reynolds, Malinowski, and Camry Fisher have checked into the ball game. 3 seniors as well. There's 8 seniors on this roster, but they get a lot of minutes a lot of the time. And there's the 3 from Malinowski, the leading scorer for the Ironmen.
Yeah,
the average is 10.
Kenna caught it right on the wing right there, wide open. Not a lot of pressure from Centennial. 10-2 now our score. The Normal Community shows full court pressure here. And we're going to get a 10-second violation against Champaign Centennial. So we'll see what the Chargers do to try to handle this pressure. But you got to think Normal Community would like to get out to a sizable lead, play a lot of the bench here tonight. We'll see if that's the early strategy.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of the bench. And part of the thing is there's 8 seniors in this game, and a lot of them don't play a lot of bench minutes, so I wonder how much time they will get.
Yeah, Lanala Valentine that time able to get the steal as Marco Reynolds lost the basketball. Here's the 3 for Centennial. It's going to hit the front rim, barely grazing the iron, picked out of there by Reynolds, and here come the iron back the other direction. Lester has the basketball now to Reynolds. She'll try to drive down the lane, and they'll kick it around the horn. Here's a 3 on the way. That's off the back iron that time, and rebound pulled out of there again by the Lady Iron. Kick it around. Now Powers, and she'll reset the offense here now for Normal Community.
Powers is just dribbling around traffic.
That's a missed 3 that time, and Lester picks it out of there. Jump stop in the lane, Arena Powers, and an and one opportunity again.
Oh
she
my!
Scores.
Billy Green, you look excited.
That was a nasty pass. Wow, just threading the needle in there. And, of course, Raina getting the and one like we've seen her do so many times.
So, Zach, and you and I have worked a lot of games together. You have never stood up before on a particular play, so Bella's got you beat on that one already.
I think I stood up one time when Gabe Nege, I thought he was going to dunk.
That's probably
but he didn't.
True, yep. I do have to give you that one, yep. And now we got trying to get it back in bounds, Malinowski. And here comes Centennial back the other way. Down low, running over Rena Powers that time. And a charge coming up on Centennial. And that is number 40.
You know, it's early, and you can see that Community is kind of outmatching this Centennial team. But one thing I want to point out is just the youth of the Centennial team. They only have 3 seniors, and in the starting lineup, there was 2 juniors and a sophomore. This is a really young team. They're trying to rebuild.
Here's a 3 on the way by Malinowski. That's no good. I think number 40 is Alana Turner. There's no number 40 on our roster, but that's what we're going to go with for now. Marco Reynolds inside, missed it. A rebound pulled down by Turner there, and that's going to be Alana Turner until we find out that is somebody different out there for the Chargers. Here's Amia Lester with the steal. On the other end, pulls up, kicks it over. Malinowski finds Fisher for 3. It's good. First bucket for Camry Fisher, and it's 15-2 in favor of the Iron.
That is some selfless basketball right there. Malinowski could have shot it, but gave it up for a better shot from Fisher.
Now we get a turnover against Centennial. That ball goes right off the leg of Alicia Thomas, the junior. That'll get things back over here to Normal Community. 3 minutes to go. First quarter. Thanks for joining us here on the Inks Spot tonight. We got a doubleheader coming up. Boys and girls. Girls in the first one you're watching now. The boys will come up right around 7:30. We're thinking that'll start. Kenna Malinowski misses the shot from the outside. Inside to Marco Reynolds. Reynolds trying to turn. Kicks it back outside, and they'll swing it around to Malinowski one more time. Drives the lane off the glass, and in. Kenna's got her second basket. She's got 5 in the contest.
Bella, how often do we see that from Kenna? I feel like we're almost always just seeing 3s. She showed her ability to drive there.
Now she's going to drive again. Malinowski inside off the glass once again. She's got 7 now in the contest. It's 19-2, and things getting away from Centennial here as they try to break this full court pressure. The basketball right there is Heaven Day, and a turnover against the Chargers. And we'll see maybe a Centennial might burn a timeout. Things have kind of gotten away from them here early on. No indications of that quite yet.
Yeah. Do you know the season high for Normal Community this year? I think it's probably around in the 60s, I would think. So they might be going for a season high in this one. We'll get a closer total in a little bit.
Marco Reynolds turned it over. Here comes Heaven Day back the other way. 2 minutes left in the first, 19-2. Lady Iron have the lead here. Centennial starts the offense. Again, tipped away by Kenna Malinowski. Here they come back the other way. It's Marco Reynolds inside. She reversed it up. She almost made it. That would have been quite a shot that time. Couldn't quite finish it. And here comes Centennial the other way. Valentine now gets trapped on the sideline, in trouble, and we will have the ball out of bounds. And I do believe it's going to belong to Normal Community.
Yeah, let's just talk about this game. 19-2. The bench is getting up and clapping after every single play still. You can tell this game is kind of fun for Community, having this be a senior night.
Yep, Centennial took a 30-second timeout, and you got to think they're probably talking about the press breaker and then talking about the press breaker and then talking about the press breaker, because it certainly has been a struggle getting the ball over half court so far.
Yeah, not a common thing for Community to play press. It seems like it's something they kind of keep for special moments, not a common thing, but we're seeing it really effective tonight against this Centennial team.
Yeah, and maybe usually, Bello, do they usually show it if they're behind at the end of the game most of the time, or maybe if an opponent's going to have a hard time handling the basketball?
Yeah, or near the end of the game to try to put pressure. But last year's community team, we saw this a lot. And that's one of the main reasons why they were able to get such a quick lead so early. So we're kind of seeing glimpses of the dominance of maybe last season's team.
Yeah, that was a very good Normal Community team a year ago. Inside, Malinowski lost the basketball on the floor now, and she's going to put a hand out of bounds on the end line. Yeah, we mentioned this with our games in December. A beautiful new floor here at Normal Community High School put in over the summer. Looks absolutely terrific. As here comes Champaign Centennial back the other way. That's a two-point shot on the outside, is no good by Kate Gorell. And back come the Iron the other way. And how about Kenna Malinowski? She is having a first quarter. Excuse me, that was Camry Fisher that was able to finish inside right there. She's got her second bucket of the quarter, 5 points for Fisher. So 7 for Malinowski, 5 for Fisher, 4 for Powers, and a scattering of other players have put points on the board, 21-2 now. Fisher's free throw up and good. And things are definitely going in favor of the Lady Iron here very quickly.
Yeah, we're seeing Fisher and Malinowski both drive the ball, which is something we don't see very often, and they are very effective.
Ball up in the air and another turnover here against Centennial. I do believe, nope, that's going to be Chargers basketball. I think the officials might have missed that one, but in a 22-2 game, not many people are going to complain about maybe a missed call here or there. 1:09 to go first quarter, 20-point lead already for Normal Community. On the drive goes Elena Turner and gets inside, and she's fouled.
Well, the only buckets earlier were by Jessie Miller, 2 free throws from Centennial. Now they're back at the free throw line, so we'll see how that works out for them. Maybe they'll be able to stop this run, 17-0 run by Normal Community.
Now first free throw up and no good that time. Now try to get a second attempt here to try to give the Chargers their 3rd point of the game. Free throw up, that one around it in for Centennial.
It's a sigh of relief to see that one go down if you're Centennial. And there's a turnover forced by number 21, Kate Gorell.
And a steal back by Lester, back the other way, all the way in. Emil Lester puts one home. Points 23 and 24 there for the Lady Iron.
Yeah, the season high on the season is 72.
And there's Kenna Malinowski with a steal and a put in there. She's got 9 in the quarter, 26-3 now our score. Raina Powers almost had a steal. Back comes Centennial the other way, all the way down the lane and losing the ball out of bounds. Turning it back over to Normal Community.
Well, Bella, 28 seconds left. What do you want to see from the Iron on what could be the last play of the first quarter?
Oh, well, I'll tell you one thing. Amia Lester likes to get flashy in these final seconds. We've seen her hit a few buzzer-beating shots. I believe Camry Fisher has also hit a buzzer-beating shot, but she's getting subbed out. Maybe it would be fun if we see Emma Harrison hit another 3. I don't know. I think they're just going to want to have a little fun here.
Under 20 seconds left in the quarter here. There's Emma Harrison out front. Swings it over. There's Malinowski. Her 3 on the way. That's no good that time. Rebound pulled out of there by the Chargers. Here comes Centennial with 5, and they are going to throw it away with 3.9 seconds on the clock.
It's enough time for some magic here.
There you go, Bella. You got a different situation here. What are you looking for right here? Maybe Amia Lester going coast to coast.
Amia Lester, Peyton Pritchard moment.
There's the half quarter. Oh, she caught a little net. Didn't catch any rim, and that's the end of the first quarter. We are through one here from Normal Community High School. It's all Lady Iron in the first. They lead Centennial 26-3. Bella, give us your overall thoughts of quarter number 1.
Yeah, this is a dominant showing by Community. A game, Community's only averaging around 53 points per game this season. Right now, we're already at the 26-point mark. So, huge scoring night for Community so far, hitting a lot of threes. As we saw also in that O'Fallon game, we saw a lot of scoring from Community as well. But this game, we're seeing dominance straight out. I'm assuming the momentum is only going to build from here.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. You start to wonder, when are the juniors going to come in, get checked into the matchup? I think that will change it up a little bit. But there's a lot of juniors on this team that do get minutes. When you look at players like Haley Michaels, who's kind of the sixth woman on this team, wondering when she'll check into this game. It might just be a first half where all 8 of the seniors are playing, and then second half you see the rest of the roster fill out.
Yeah, you got to think Coach Feeney was hoping to get a very comfortable margin in this, secure the victory, and at that point then be able to play everybody off the bench here, and you got to think that's kind of where this is going. We start the second quarter. Normal Community leads Centennial 26-3. As turning the basketball over are the Chargers. Back the other way, running it down inside and losing it is Connor that time. We'll get a jump ball. This one will belong to Normal Community.
Great hustle there from Tatum Yoakley. She's done it all season. She's always putting all her effort out on that court. You see her get in a lot late game scenarios. Love seeing her in this early scenario of the game.
Now it's Malinowski out on the right side in the corner. Now Centennial looks like they might have changed up their defense here a little bit, but Mia Lester goes down the lane, no good. Picked out of there by Heaven Day for Champaign Centennial. Here come the Chargers back the other way.
Heaven Day's been racking up the rebounds for the Chargers.
Now trying to look inside, and we're going to get a travel against Centennial there. Again, heavy pressure by Normal Community. It has been a frustrating start for the Chargers here. As down 26-3 early in the second quarter. Lester now gets a screen from Yoakley out top. On the slip, nice slip to the basket. Tatum Yoakley puts it in. And for Yoakley, that's her second basket, 4 points in the contest.
A little bit of everything from Yoakley today.
That's just exactly what you want to see from Community. Just amazing ball movement today.
Here come the Chargers back the other way, down inside, losing it again. Connor picks it up. Now with the dribble, got a wide open player, and it is going to be a double dribble. I thought that she had put the ball on the floor just a second ago and then did it once again. She's going to pick up the double dribble. I'll turn things back over to Centennial.
I think she believed that one might have got tipped a little bit, and that's why she dribbled that one again. But, you know, it's early in the game, and you're up 28-3, so on to the next possession for the Iron.
And now Centennial, I do believe, is going to turn the basketball over, and they do, throwing the basketball out of bounds that time. And now the Iron will get the basketball here, leading by 25, just under 7 minutes to go before halftime.
I want to see another Emma Harrison three. I don't know about you, Bella, but that was very exciting to start the game.
Well, you're going to get a three that time by Kenna Malinowski. That's no good. Rebound down inside. This will be another tie-up. This one will belong to Centennial.
Yeah, but just like the effect that Emma Harrison has on this team, I mean, the first thing we kind of put on that scouting report is loud bench voice. It seems like she's kind of just like another kind of presence on this team when it comes to chemistry and when it comes to just building a voice.
And she's going to pick up the first foul there of the period here. So Emma Harrison picks up that one. First foul against Normal Community of the second quarter, and Emma Harrison picks up her first personal foul.
And freshman Alana Turner just checked into the game for the Chargers.
Now again, Normal Community traps in the backcourt, staying with that full court pressure here. And Alicia Thomas will break the press, and up the floor they come. They will set their offense now. Thomas trying to go down the lane. She lost that right off her knee, I do believe. Nobody blew a whistle, but it is out of bounds, and it will belong to Normal Community.
I'd like to see the Chargers maybe slow some things down on offense, because it's once they pass that threshold, once they get to that other side of the court, it seems like they just start getting really excited.
There's Amia Lester again. She can't find it that time out. Marco Reynolds three. That's going to be short that time. Rebound pulled out of there by Centennial. They have the Charger trapped that time, but here they come back the other way with Alicia Thomas. Thomas coast to coast inside. She's fouled by Amia Lester, and down it goes. The first basket of the second quarter for Champaign Centennial goes to Alicia Thomas, the junior.
It's a tough finish from Thomas there, you know, heavily guarded by Lester, one of the leaders on defense this year for the Ironmen. And she's only a junior, so we'll see her again next year.
And a free throw up, that is short. Rebound Emma Harrison. 28-5 our score. Well, Lester will start the offense, gets down inside. Nice little head fake and a nice jumper over the top. That's only the second basket for Normal Community in the second quarter. They had 26 points in the first quarter. They lead 30-5. 3 points in the first quarter for Centennial, 2 here in the second. Day now pulls up, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Malinowski. Here comes the Iron back the other way. Malinowski down the lane, kick out. Harrison, 3, that's no good. Rebound is going to tip off of a Charger out of bounds. It'll belong to the Iron.
We got 4 new players in for the Ironmen. Zoe Wilde, Haley Michaels, 2 juniors checking into the game. Raina Powers and Camry Fisher are back in.
Yeah, we were talking about wondering when those first juniors were going to come in here at the 5:30 mark.
There's Marco Reynolds. Nice right hand and the finish right there. Marco Reynolds has her first basket, 32-5. Full court pressure again by Normal Community. Broken by Centennial. Coast to coast. Hit that one off the side of the backboard that time. That was Alana Tanner right there for Champaign Centennial. Back the other way. There's Zoe Wilde for 3. That's no good. And Reynolds picks it out of there, and she'll put it back home. Marco Reynolds got her second bucket of the quarter. She's got 4 in the game. Under 5 we go. 34-5 our score.
I think Marco Reynolds attacking the rim is a great idea right now. She's got size on all of this team, and she's definitely got the grit to be able to make those shots in the paint.
Inside the basketball goes now to Jesse Miller, kicks it back out, 3 on the way. That's going to be well short that time. It's going to hit the end line. Kate Gurrell, the senior, left that one well short. And a 29-point deficit now for Centennial, 4:34 to go before halftime.
I think this is the most dominant game we've seen all season, Bill, at 34-5. Let's see how the Ironmen can close out this first half, hopefully continue this offensive dominance. I'm wondering if the 3 ball is going to start knocking down soon.
Wilde to Marco Reynolds inside, and Marco Reynolds has her 3rd straight basket. Nice pass by Zoe Wilde right there.
It's the Marco Reynolds clinic here. She is on fire, back-to-back-to-back possessions in the post, just laying it up.
Heaven Day now gets down inside, over to Gurrell. She missed it. Raina Powers has the rebound, and here come the Iron. Here's Powers now getting down in the lane, back out front. Fisher looked at it, gets down the lane now, cut off. Back outside for Reynolds, and Wilde wide open. Zoe doesn't take it. She does take the drive, and we're going to get a foul that time on the Chargers.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of well-rounded effort tonight. Of course, that's kind of a big core of this team. The highest scorer, Kenna Malinowski, just with 10. Last year we had Olivia Corson averaging 17 points per game. Everyone contributes, but I feel like, especially from Amia Lester, some other people, we're getting like a full kind of new side of them tonight, especially Marco Reynolds doing great things.
Under 4 we go now here in the first half, and wide open was Fisher underneath. Back outside, Marco Reynolds. A 3 that goes in and out that time. Just about went down for the 6'1 senior. Reynolds now catches it inside again. Now to Raina Powers. Powers down the lane with the right hand. It's around and out. Rebound pulled down by Centennial.
Reynolds' journey to making a 3 ball continues. This has been something we've been watching out for this season, waiting for the first one to drop.
Here comes Centennial back the other way. Baseline drive that is cut off. They'll kick it back out. Centennial just looking for an opening against that defense down inside and throwing it up with the left hand.
Nice finish again from Centennial there. We're seeing some nice finishes at the basket. You just got to let them get to the basket, and that's when the magic happens.
Raina Powers now on the drive. Back out front. 3. Around and out that time for Haley Michaels. Down low inside. Raina Powers missed it. Rebound tipped around out of bounds off Normal Community.
The Ironmen maybe just need to slow things down right now. We've seen the offense kind of start not really make a basket in the last few possessions. I want to see them slow down, wait for the best shot. What about you, Bella?
Yeah, we see coming in Ashlyn Wilborn, rest seniors, Kenna Malinowski, Yokley, Armani Connor, and then Emma Harrison. So I'm kind of interested to see what this lineup will do. We haven't seen a bunch of playing time from a lot of these people.
Here comes Malinowski with the left hand and all the way through. She's got 11, so Kendra, the 5'10 senior, has 11 points in the contest now. 2:20 to go before halftime. 38-7, the lead has grown here for the Iron. Baseline shot on the way. That's an air ball that time by Anna Warren. Picked out of there by Normal Community. Malinowski now in the front court. Down low, and an easy layup that time. Ashley Wellborn, the 5'8 juniors on the board.
What a dime from Malinowski. And earlier you mentioned the 11 points. I don't think we've seen a game all season where 8 of her 11 points were not from 3. It's usually almost all of her points are from downtown.
3-pointer no good for Kalia Allen. 40-7 our score, 1:40 to go here in the first half. Connor inside, looked like she might have gotten fouled, no call. Kick back out, here's a 3 by Malinowski, no good. Rebound inside, and Wellborn will head to the line. Ashley Wellborn doing a nice job since being on the floor. A bucket now with a chance at the line to add a couple more points.
Yeah, Wellborn, the first junior to score tonight. The rest, 38 points by the seniors.
She is. I didn't realize that. That's a good thing to point out. And she's someone that we could see starting next season. I would not be surprised at all if she will be a starter.
Free throw no good right there. 1:30 to go here before halftime. 40-7. Normal Community has the lead. The Iron jumped out to a 26-3 lead at the end of one quarter. And the free throw by Wellborn is good. Now 41-7. In the front court now comes Warren. Warren, a nice pass inside. That one's going to be blocked that time, and a jump ball called. It'll belong to Normal Community. The shot went up by Kalia Allen, the sophomore, for Centennial. Centennial had 3 points in the first quarter, 4 so far here in the second quarter. Looks like they're settling back into that zone again, trying to match up here against the Ironmen. Connor down low, over to Yoakley. Yoakley to Harrison, and they will reset now the offense here for the Iron. 1 minute to go before halftime. It's been all Iron since the very beginning tonight. Connor now inside to Wellborn. She'll lay it home.
Great vision there from the Ironmen, and we just had a jump ball a second ago. The Ironmen have forced 3 jump balls in this quarter and have only fouled twice. That's a very interesting statistic.
43-7, 40 seconds left. That's a deep 3. That's no good. Rebound picked out of there by Malinowski. Kenna now on the run, and they'll set the offense. We'll see if Normal Community will take the last shot of the half. Yoakley on the baseline. Inside, nope, Connor's got it. No, she missed a point-blank one that time for about 4 feet away, and now Centennial might have an opportunity to take the last shot. Centennial has not taken a lot of time off the clock on their possessions, and we get a foul come up against Armani Connor.
Now there's only 16 seconds left, and Centennial has the basketball, but this could be an opportunity for Community to get a steal and then be able to get a basket at the last second.
Ball on the floor, picked out of there by Wellborn. Here comes Ashley the other way with the right hand. She got fouled as she went up, and Ashley Wellborn has going back to the line again. She's only been in there for a couple of minutes. She's already got 2 baskets and a free throw already, so she's got 5 points on the board, so very active coming off the bench.
Yeah, it's like she's like, no juniors have played tonight. I'm going to carry the juniors on my back right now.
The junior mantle and Ashley Wellborn, and that is free throw is no good that time.
Yeah, I expect Wellborn to either start or be the 6th man next season, as we did see Zoe Wilde and Haley Michaels earlier. That's pretty set in stone what I would expect the 2 starting guards to be next season.
Second free throw is no good, and now we're going to get a foul over the top against Armani Connor. Picks up her 2nd foul. And now Centennial looks like they're going to have the last shot at the basket here with 10.2 seconds on the clock, trailing 23-7. It has been all Normal Community from the very beginning. Basketball comes into Tanner. Alana Tanner gets a screen out front. Tanner all the way down the lane will kick it back out. Shot for the Chargers up at the horn is no good, and that is the end of the first half. 1 half down from Normal Community High School tonight. Our score, Normal Community 43, Champaign Centennial 7. And I do believe they are going to honor the seniors here at halftime. So we'll take a look at that here in just a moment. But Bella, Zach, give me your overall impressions here of the first half. Bella, let's start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last 2 community games I've seen have been losses. So it feels great to have 43-7 at halftime. seems like a really good game for Community. Seeing them just be free, a lot of players just playing in a way that they can just score. I mean, not really thinking too much about it, and really just being themselves on the court for this senior night where they're being honored.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to have a relaxing lead, no doubt about that, 43-7 at the halftime break. They are going to be doing a ceremony for all of the senior girls here, so we'll pick up on that with our PA announcer, Jason Drengwitz, here in just a moment. Zach, before we get to that, why don't you go ahead and give us your impressions of half number 1 with a dominant performance by Normal Community. And it's a little longer halftime. It'll be a 15-minute halftime instead of the normal 10 that we have. So a little bit more time here at halftime.
Yeah, Bella, you talked about how the last game we saw was against O'Fallon, 16-point loss to O'Fallon, where Community never really faded away. Even though it was 16 points, they were within single digits in that last quarter. It was a really back-and-forth game, really fun game to announce, and this game is completely different, and I think Community has responded really well.
All right, we have got all of our seniors. Let's turn things over to public address announcer Jason Drengwitz.
This is great coach and very caring. After graduation, Mia plans to attend junior college and play basketball. She currently has offers from ICC and Parkland. Her favorite basketball memories are summer trips, and what she will miss most is the team and the bond in the program. Her favorite part of this season has been proving people wrong and gaining confidence from exceeding outsiders' expectations. Congratulations, Amia. Our next senior is number 3, Tatum Yoakley. Tatum is the daughter of Karen and Amy Yoakley. Her honorary coach is Coach Feeney because he has always been one of her biggest supporters all through high school. He is extremely funny, very supportive, and the type of member Tatum hopes to be for others. After graduation, Tatum plans to attend a 4-year university. Her favorite basketball memories are in the dorms on the summer trips, and what she will miss most is getting to play with people I have grown up with since freshman year. But Tatum says it's a great feeling to know that this program will always be family for her because this team goes way beyond basketball. Congratulations, Tatum. Our next senior is number 4, Marco Reynolds. Marco is the daughter of Catherine and Byron Reynolds. Her honorary coach is Coach Valenci because Coach Bo is always willing to help in school, with math, in the weight room, or in the throwing ring for track. They have developed a great relationship the last 3 years. Marco does not just consider him a coach, but also a friend. After graduation, Marco plans to throw shot put at Eastern Illinois University, where she will major in criminal justice and join the LOTC. Her favorite basketball memory is getting benched by Coach Goody after arguing with a teammate on the bus home from McCarter Word. She also loved winning Intercity and getting back to the State Farm Championship at the Shirk Center. Congratulations to Marco. Our next senior is number 5, Kenna Malinowski. Kenna is the daughter of Angela and Kelly Malinowski. Her honorary coach is Heather Budak because the last 4 years, Coach Budak has been supportive throughout swimming and basketball. Kenna looks up to her as a coach and as a person. After graduation, Kenna plans to attend a 4-year university to study physical therapy. Kenna's favorite basketball memory is winning the talent show 2 years in a row. What she will miss most from basketball is the support from teammates and coaches. Her favorite memory from this season was advancing to the State Farm Classic Championship for the 3rd year in a row. Congratulations, Kenna. Our next senior is number 11, Armani Khan. Armani is the daughter of Anita Sykes and Montel Connor. Her honorary coach is Miss Katie Winchester because she has helped Armani grow into a confident woman and continues to show kindness and support. After graduation, Armani plans to attend a 4-year university and study kinesiology or interior design. Her favorite basketball memories are freshman practices with Coach Sally. What she will miss most about basketball is blasting music in the locker room before games. Her favorite high school game was guarding United Township's big post and shutting her down. Congratulations, Armani. The next senior is number 15, Camry Fisher. Camry is the daughter of Chuck and Shelley Fisher. Her honorary coach is Mr. Mike Goodwin because she has known Goody since she was little and was fortunate to play for him as he has always been supportive. Camry says she cannot thank him enough. After graduation, Camry plans to attend Illinois State University and major in exercise science. Her favorite basketball memory is winning the talent show 2 years in a row on our summer trips. What she will miss most about basketball is the family-like environment and how close the teammates. Her favorite memory from this season was advancing to the State Farm Classic Championship by beating St. Ignatius in overtime. Congratulations to Cameron. The next senior is number 22, Emma Harrison. Emma is the daughter of Sarah Harrison, and her honorary coach is Coach Fowler, because he has always been supportive, whether in basketball, school, or life in general. He always knows how to brighten someone's day, and Emma is forever grateful for him. After graduation, Emma will attend Illinois State University and major in psychology. Her favorite memory was sneaking into Coach Megan's room on the summer trips to scare her. Her favorite thing about this season is one last season with her friends. What she will miss most is her teammates. Emma says her teammates are like sisters to her. Congratulations, Emma. And our final senior is number 23, Raina Powers. Raina is the daughter of Robert and Regina Powers. Her honorary coach is Coach Feeney because he's a great coach, but an even better person. He truly cares about his players and has taught Raina the value of lasting friendships along with life lessons that she will carry with her forever. After graduation, Raina will play soccer at the University of Kentucky, where she will major in business marketing. Her favorite basketball memory was hitting the game-winning buzzer beater against Mundelein Karma in the State Farm Holiday Classic to help the team get to the championship. What she will miss most about basketball are the lasting friendships she has made, along with the change to go to practice every day, knowing that I am surrounded by a group of people who care for each other and will never fail to make her smile. Congratulations, Raina.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say what a remarkable group of young people. What strikes me is that there are 8 of them that have stuck with it and put up with me for 4 years. To see the people they've become so far, the people they're on the way to becoming, is truly special. I also want to thank this group of parents. For 4 years, they've been unbelievably supportive. Even at times they could have complained, they did not. We have done some amazing things in their 4 years. This group has accomplished a lot, and they've done some amazing things on the scoreboard and with wins. But if you listen to the stuff that they said, their memories had nothing to do with that. It's about relationships. The secret of basketball is that it's not about basketball. And these guys have lived that. They've been ridiculously unselfish, and they've been unbelievable ambassadors for Normal Community. So thank you to these elite 8 people. You guys are awesome.
We are back at Normal Community High School here, as thank you for our PA announcer Jason Drengwitz taking us through the halftime. We were able to honor the 8 seniors of Lady Iron basketball, and Coach Feeney saying how much he enjoyed and really what a great group this was to be able to build the basketball program around with the senior group this year. Right now, taking a picture here at half court. We are at halftime. 43-7 is our score as Champaign Centennial trails Normal Community at the halftime break. And I guess let's take just a second here, and Bella, let's run through the seniors here real quick. And you put together this wonderful program that's sitting in front of me. Maybe we'll just talk about each one of them, maybe just one thought on each one. What about a thought about Mia Lester?
Yeah, Mia Lester, number 1. She's number 1 on the court, I'll say that for real. She is a quick player, someone who was just on the freshman year in her freshman team in her freshman year, but quickly moved up in the program. Just kind of an elite kind of player.
How about Tatum Yoakley?
We have Tatum, a 4-year player as well. It's just clear once we've seen like this season how good of a defender she is. She's constantly getting steals and getting on the ball.
Marco Reynolds.
Marco Reynolds, number 4, such a big presence, 6'1", no one on the team rivals with her height, and we've seen her be dominant this year, of course going to shot put for track, so a little sad to see her not going to basketball, but still, just she's an amazing player to watch.
Kenna Malinowski.
Kenna Malinowski, the great, like I was about to say, the greatest three-point shooter I've seen on this. Gianna Rawlings probably holds that, the program's leading three-point shooter. But Kenna Malinowski has been amazing, always hitting shots in the clutch moments. She's a player that I just like cheer for at random times because I'm like, that was an amazing shot to hit at that moment.
How about Armani Connor?
Armani Connor. The first thing I said about her, this was last year, I said she was a dog. She has a special thing about her, just to kind of always have that effort. And it's kind of funny that she's like a singer too, so she's got this like gracefulness to her, but while also being such a tough player on the court.
Camry Fisher.
Camry Fisher, to see her this year really taking over as a leader, being that kind of player that gets the ball in her hands in these late game situations, I think it's been really cool to see Camry Fisher be such a leader on this team. Yeah.
Emma Harrison.
Emma Harrison. Emma Harrison is literally the joy of this team. Every time I see answers of her, we did a video that was questioning people on these quick little rapid fire things. Emma Harrison's answers made me crack up the whole time, especially in the senior night things as well. She's just constantly a joy for this team and is obviously a core of the chemistry that we've seen throughout this whole program.
And Raina Powers.
Raina Powers. We saw this tonight. The whole soccer team is here to support her as well as the seniors. There was a huge roar for her. Raina Powers has been a staple of this team for 3 years. Solid player. And solid is really the perfect word. A quiet nature to her, one that never quite gets moved. Just always a presence on the team that you can look up to and count on in the biggest moments.
Yeah, and certainly a great group, and just the fact that there are 8 seniors shows how much Coach Feeney really believes in this group. And if you look, he's got a really long roster, and obviously there's only so much playing time, so as a senior, you got to be dedicated to the program. He certainly has a group that has shown that throughout the last 4 years.
Yeah, and there's 10 juniors on this team now too. So in his speech, he was talking about how he was really surprised that there are 8 seniors on this team. Next year, we could see 10, which would be even crazier. And all these juniors that are on the team have been at Community playing basketball since their freshman year, just like all the seniors. All of these players have been playing either 3 or 4 years, which is exceptional and just amazing dedication to the program.
Well, as the third quarter goes along here of the girls game, we're going to bring in the head boys basketball coach at Normal Community, Dave Witzik. And Coach, first of all, thanks for climbing all the stairs here at Normal Community High School. I don't know how often you get to do that, but for me, they're getting a little bit longer every single season.
Yeah, I haven't been up here very often, this high up here, but it's actually a really good view for a game. But I think that we should put a announcer section behind the hoop over there, put a fence up there, and you guys can be right there. And we've been looking for something to do with that spot other than put jumping mats over there. It's time to get you guys behind the basket.
I tell you what, you make it happen and we will be there, so no doubt about it. Well, talk about your season a little bit, Coach Witzik, so far, where things have been on the season, and especially coming off such a terrific state run a year ago.
Yeah, it's been a really fun season because we have all new starters, new starting 5. not many people knew who our guys were because last year's team was so well known and so tall and so talented, and we had such a great state run. But these guys have done a really nice job of getting it together. You start high school basketball kind of in the summer in June at basketball camps and shootout stuff, and we had a bad summer. We had a losing record in the summer. In fact, Champaign Centennial killed us this summer. They just drilled us. So it's going to be an interesting game tonight. So our summer, we didn't look as good as we do now. So it's been really nice to kind of make a comeback, and we're right in the middle of everything now.
And you got off to a really nice start, winning the inner city to start the year. Did that help build some confidence for a new group?
Yeah, I felt like Kobe was the tallest player in town. Nobody had an answer for Kobe in our town, so we did a good job of getting him involved right away. And but yeah, that was a good start. It's always good to start the year with winning inner city.
Yeah, talk about Kobe a little bit and his progress over the summer, and maybe coming out of the shadow of some guys that were some D1 recruits a year ago.
He did a great job playing his role, sixth man, a 6'9", sixth man who's got a Division I scholarship. You don't hear that very often. And him and Jaheim battled in practice, and now it's Kobe's time, and he's making the most of it. Last week against Peoria High, he had 19 points and 15 rebounds. He has games where he's putting up big numbers like that.
Yeah, talk a little bit about maybe the last week. You dropped one to Morton, you beat Peoria, so maybe a little bit of that roller coaster ride that kind of comes along with a basketball season.
Yeah, it's been kind of interesting. Peoria High won at Morton. Morton wins at Normal, and Normal wins at Peoria.
Huh.
So 3 teams that played each other, and no one won at home. Everybody won on the road, and so yeah, the Morton game was disappointing. It's my hometown, and they kind of took it to us that night, and I have to live with that for 365 days with my buddies from Morton. But the Peoria High game was a huge game, conference game. They're one of the best teams in the conference. They were coming off a State Farm Classic championship, so that was a huge game for us.
Yeah, and that kind of leads me into my next question, talking a little bit about that State Farm Holiday Classic, winning that first game and then dropping that second game to Sacred Heart Griffin. Maybe talk a little bit about that game and then bouncing back against Bradley Bourbonnais.
Yeah, we were really disappointed with how we played against Sacred Heart Griffin, and they were shooting the ball really well, and we got down by 29 points, and we got within 14 again, so I liked our guys' effort coming back. But yeah, it was just kind of a real bummer of a showing in the Classic in that game. But uniquely, the Bradley Bourbonnais game that we won the next day and played great is going to be an important game for the sectional seed meetings. So we got a big head-to-head win with the team that we're going to be going up against to see who gets a better seed for the regional tournament. So that's going to turn out to be a real nice win for us.
Yeah, and you've been kind of dealing with this situation with being in 4A, not a lot of schools, south of I-80 in 4A, a lot of geographic range. You're in that subsectional. Talk about your subsectional a little bit. I know Rock Island's highly ranked, and then kind of where does it go from there?
Yeah, so there's about 8 teams, and Rock Island's the best team. They've already beaten us, and they beat Moline, so they're going to be the 1 seed most likely. And then it's kind of a unique between us and Moline maybe for the 2-3 game, and Normal West is hosting this year, so it'd be nice to get a seed where we get to stay in town and just meet up over there at Normal West. We've already had a bunch of games over there, and so yeah, it's going to come down. We got to keep going to get a good seed for that tournament.
Yeah, and certainly a lot of good teams in that regional. And how do you, as a veteran coach, kind of prepare your team now as you're going through January to get ready to play that best basketball late February, early March?
Well, what's fun is non-conference games are fun games this time of year, too. We're going to play Mount Zion and Metamora, and we're going up to Wheaton to play some great teams like Wabanzi Valley's undefeated. So those games are games you're kind of thinking about for March. You want to get those games for March. But like a game like tonight, where it's a conference game, we would like to win the conference again. And we won the conference in 2011. There was like a 30-year gap between winning conference championships for Normal Community. So then the last 14 years, we've been in it, the conference race quite a bit. We won it last year. So it'd be nice to win the conference. So tonight we're focused on winning the conference, and then those non-conference games, and you're starting to think about trying things that you're to maybe you'll need in March.
Yeah, talk about the Big 12 a little bit and what that looks like, top to bottom, every single night. You're going to get a good contest in the Big 12.
Yeah, winning at Peoria High was big because, like I said, they were the favorite. Peoria Manual is also undefeated in the conference. They have to play Peoria High again for the conference, and so we'll see what happens in that game. But now we control our destiny. If we can win out and we win the conference, so games like this tonight are not just against Centennial, but we're trying to win a conference championship and it would be a big step by winning this game tonight.
Coach Witzig, I'm going to violate journalism ethics here. Normally I try to stay behind the camera. Ink spotters, Marcus Russell and Andrew Nauer. I was selfishly hoping that Andrew would not make the basketball team this year, knowing his writing style. And one of my favorite moments, there was a YouTube comment during the Intercity tournament where somebody said that he has coach's kid energy. And I think they meant it as an insult, but from my standpoint, that is like the biggest compliment you can get. Can you talk a little bit about maybe Andrew and what Marcus bring? I know Marcus is out for a couple games. Can you talk about those kids a little bit?
You bet. Yeah, I'll talk about Andrew first. I don't know if people remember from a couple years ago, we had a player named Robbie Brent on our team, and he was a guard who took charges and did all the dirty work and handled the ball and made big threes. And Andrew Nauer is like a mirror image of Robbie Brent. He's just one of those guys that he does winning things and in the right spot, the right time, doing the right things, saying the right things, smart academically, smart on the basketball court. He's had a really nice job. He started the year as sixth man, and now he's worked his way into the starting lineup, and he's not going to come out. He's done a great job with that. Marcus Russell is in the concussion protocol right now. Marcus has had a real nice senior year for us. He's had some great games. The Bradley Bourbonnais game, he was awesome, played unbelievable defense, and was able to get in the paint, make some easy buckets for us. And so Marcus has a lot of energy too. I mean, the two guys you mentioned are just athletic, and they run, and they're intense. And so those guys, it's really been fun to see. Marcus last year played on the team, was about ninth man, so he got in a little bit. And so now this year he's been able to show people what he can do.
Well, tonight is Stay Another Day. Talk about that promotion, maybe how that came about, and maybe the connection here with the girls basketball team.
Yeah, I think this is our third time doing this. So this has been a really neat thing. And I think Coach Feeney or another teacher knew Mackenzie really well, the former Ironman. I never had her in class, but I've gotten to know her through the years. And so it's really fun to have a night like this, one, to support a former Ironman and her business and what she's doing, but most importantly with this mental health issue and crisis our country's facing. So it's good to bring light to that and the shirts and to support people in that. So it's like to me, it's like a two-way win to do that. We're promoting a great cause and an awareness, and we're also helping a former Ironman's business. So it's fun to be a part of that.
And lastly, just maybe give us a 30-second rundown of Centennial. What should we expect from the Chargers here this evening?
They can shoot the three. They're going to be athletic and go fast. We're going to have to, but we have a big advantage with Kobe. They don't have anyone big enough to go with Kobe, so we have to be disciplined to get him the ball and do that. But like I said, this summer, we played them this summer, and they really took it to us. And so I know they remember that. We remember that. So they're pretty confident coming into this gym tonight.
Yeah, we thank you for making the long trek up here. We wish you the best of luck, and we're going to let you get down there and get ready to coach some basketball tonight. Thank you so much, Coach Witzig. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. I talked to Zach a little bit, but I have family all over the country, and they are tuned in tonight. So the Witzig family will be listening to the game, and we appreciate you guys doing this.
No problem at all. Our pleasure. That is the head coach of the Normal Community Ironmen, Dave Witzig, as his team gets ready to take on Champaign Centennial here. That'll probably tip off, we're hoping, right around 7:30 or so as the girls' game begins to wind down. And Bella and Zach, we have talked about Coach Witzig's numbers. We've talked about all those things, the wins that he's been able to pick up in the program that he has built. But he also has the reputation of just being an outstanding individual here at Normal Community as well.
Well, it's always great when I see him in the halls because I pass usually every day, and almost every time he says, like, hey, Zachary, and is, like, talking about basketball, kind of like I'm just part of it. And it's great just how he incorporates everybody. Just a really great, solid guy, and obviously an amazing coach as well. The numbers speak for themselves, getting over 500 wins last season.
Yeah, and one thing with Coach Feeney, of course, I've gotten to know him really well, and probably the same way that you have with Witzig. But one thing he always says is, like, about high school basketball being different is the connections you get with everyone. And that even includes me. Sometimes I feel like I'm part of the team in a way. He kind of called me out or something to kind of bring down Bovenkirk this morning. Just saying. He was saying I was better than Bovenkirk. So, just want to put that out there. So I think I've grown like a really good relationship with this program. even as, not a team member, it's really just cool to see the way the coaches interact with students.
Absolutely, and bringing everybody into the program, that is a huge part of it, and all of our coaches do that here at Normal Community, so we thank Coach Witzik for his time. During the boys' game, we are going to talk to Coach Feeney, and so we're looking forward to talking to him and maybe get into a little bit about his senior night, the connection, and the difficulty that it is sometimes being a high school coach of watching these players leave your program after forming such close connections with them over those 4 years. That is never easy to do, and certainly something that Coach Feeney and Coach Witzik have had to do here over the last few years.
Yeah, halftime had me getting actually a little bit emotional when I was listening to all the players being announced, the words that were being spoken about them, and then Feeney's speech at the end. I was getting a little emotional there, just thinking, obviously we're seniors, Bella, and everything's starting to change. And for the seniors that are out here tonight, all the work that they have put in, day out to this program is just phenomenal. And having them get their accolades is something they should be really proud of.
We'll get back to a little bit of the basketball game here. It's 50-9 is our score, and that's Zoe Wilde here with the basketball. So Normal Community now on the offense, inside up and in that time, and putting that one home is Izzy Beckler. Gets the basket there for Normal Community. 26-3 Iron after one, 43-7 at half, 52 tonight. Excuse me, that ball did not go in that time. Well, it must have been a foul on the baseline, so wipe that one out. 50-9 our score right now, and Zoe Wilde with a three. That's no good. Rebound tipped around and picked out of there by Champaign Centennial. So your thoughts, Bella and Zach, on the third quarter of action here with Normal Community up 41 points.
Yeah, we've seen a slower approach. We have Raina Powers hitting a 3 to start it, then Tatum Yoakley with just a 2, and then Reynolds with a 2. And we've seen all of the juniors come in now. So we saw lineups with a lot of the seniors, what we've seen throughout the past 3 years for the Ironmen. But now we have the future of the Ironmen right here in Haley Michaels, Izzy Beckler, Zoe Wilde, Ava Turner, and Ashlyn Wellborn. So it's kind of cool to see what's going on as this fourth quarter is on a running clock.
Yeah, we do have a running clock here now, so it will run the rest of the way. So we literally will have a 6.5-minute basketball game here in the fourth quarter. 52-9 our score, and Coach Feeney's been able to bring a lot of players in off the bench here to be able to finish this one off. Zoe Wilde is out there for Normal Community right now. Ryan Graham out there for the Iron. Here's a three-pointer from the right side. That's good. And that was, we believe that was coming off the bench right there. Addie Taylor, the 5'7" junior, knocks in the three-pointer. 55-9 our score.
Yeah, these are a lot of juniors that we'll see next year off the bench, and Wilde will be starting. She forces that jump ball. Wilde's a player that just brings a different hustle to this team. She's kind of like, if you watched boys basketball last season, the Marcus Russell of this program. She gets a lot of steals, and she is constantly just playing her heart out.
Baseline now for the Iron. They swing it around, and Zoe's going to get a three-pointer right there, and she knocks it home. Zoe Wilde knocks one in. 58-9 our score, and Normal Community now on the precipice of going up by 50 points here in this contest. It was over right away, and Zoe Wilde has the steal, and she is going to go coast to coast and miss the layup inside. Rebound, and out. She missed the two. Why not take the three? That's no good right there. Rebound pulled out of there by the Chargers, and that was Jessie Miller that got the rebound for Centennial.
Yeah, we've seen Wilde with some really acrobatic, tough finishes, so that must have just been maybe nerves, just the layup missed, got to move on to the next shot, as she did, shooting that three right after. So we've seen Wilde finish with some amazing plays to close out the play. So that's obviously a little mistake from Wilde, but I'm sure she's got it next possession. I bet we'll see a bucket on the next one.
And Kamora Walker got fouled on the drive. She will head to the free throw line here for Centennial. The boys' game is coming up next, so the girls' game will wrap up here in exactly 4 minutes and 20 seconds with a running clock here. As Normal Community takes on Champaign Centennial. First free throw up and no good for Walker. Champaign Centennial is going to fall to 3 3-12 as Normal Community is going to improve to 17-4. And Bella, here in just a second, can you just give us an idea what's coming up for the Lady Iron here maybe over the next couple of weeks of the season, as Walker's free throw is no good right there. Clock ticks under 4 minutes, and we will have over and back violation against Champaign Centennial as Heaven Day threw the ball back to Madison Walker in the backcourt. And that was an over and back against Centennial. So Normal Community now has the ball 58-9 here, 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so we're going to see a lot of Big 12 action coming up. Of course, we stand 3-1 in the Big 12, which is currently at the number 2 spot, I believe. Centennial's at almost the last part. But in the Big 12, we have coming up, of course, Centennial tonight. Then we're going to have PND. PND, a great opponent. Then we're going to have Champaign Central on the 24th of January, Bloomington on the January 28th, Danville on January 30th, and then West is the second to last game of the season on February 6th. We'll be streaming that. So a lot of streams to come as well in this from the Ink Spot as well.
Absolutely. So follow the Lady Iron. You can get all of the Lady Iron coverage on the Ink Spot here with the live streams. Also going on the Normal Community website, the Ink Spot website as well. And we get a foul here against Normal Community. So it'll be Centennial basketball, 2:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Iron led 43-7 at halftime, and they have just cruised from there as they will re-enter the basketball now. And the clock just keeps on moving here as Lanaya Ballantyne is going to come into the game as number 0. So we're down to 2 minutes now to go. As Centennial now will come into the front court. They have seen man-to-man defense from the Lady Iron all night.
Yeah, Bella, you mentioned Peoria Notre Dame. Tough finish there from Cheyenne Patterson, the senior. But you mentioned Peoria Notre Dame. That's going to be a really tough matchup. They are one of the top teams, especially in 2A. 17-3 on the season, 4-0 in conference. But what really stands out to me is the average score for their conference game is 70-25. It is not just 4-0 squeaking out victories. It is 4-0 absolutely taking down their opponents without any question.
Yeah, so that game will have a big part in who's going to win the Big 12 here on the girls' side in 2025 as we get a foul here against Normal Community. As that one I do believe is going to be picked up by Brooke Niekamp right there, the 5'9 junior. 1 minute now to go, and boy, when you get that running clock, boy, things finish up quickly here. And we go under a minute now as Centennial in double digits, and a steal. Here they come back the other way on the drive up, and no good that time. And that was Ella Michalik, the 5'9 junior, that got fouled, and she'll head to the line. And the clock keeps on running here, so we're under 40 seconds now left in the game.
Michalik's someone that doesn't get a lot of minutes in a game. That one just off the mark there, so it's good to see her getting involved, as she might be someone that will see a little bit more minutes next season.
A junior left-hander, that one goes in. 59-11 now, 15 seconds on the clock. And this will be the last possession here of the ball game. Centennial will bring it up now with 7 seconds on the clock. And they get a high screen. And Patterson takes the shot. It's no good. Tipped around inside, and that will do it. Final score here from Normal Community tonight. The Lady Iron 59 and the Chargers of Champaign Centennial 11. Now, first of all, Bella, give us your thoughts here on the basketball game and the victory for Normal Community.
Yeah, we talked about the way we ended that game. Every single Ironman touched the floor tonight, from the juniors and the seniors, giving a glimpse at what the senior class has been able to contribute. One thing that I thought Amia Lester said that was very interesting on her senior night pamphlet was that her highlight was proving people wrong. Was because obviously coming into this season, losing a huge senior class, casting a big shadow on this team, still the senior class has been able to carve their own identity, coming now 17-4 on the season. So really having a successful season to say goodbye to this program that they spent so long with.
Zach, your thoughts on tonight?
Well, coming into this season, and it was the same with the boys and the girls. Everybody was thinking about last season, all these great teams. And even myself, like, you start wondering, and when you're interviewing, you have to bring up last season, ask how the team's progressed, what's gone on. And they did lose a lot of seniors last year, as they will again this year, but I think they just proved that it does not matter if they're going to lose a lot of seniors, because they roster so many juniors, and it's how the program works that makes these teams be so successful. It doesn't have to be the individual. You don't have to have a superstar on this team. It is really, they really come up to the word team. They work together, and the chemistry is undeniable, and I think that's what makes this team so great. And I don't think a lot of people expected them to be 17-4, and the boys to only have 3 losses on this season too, so we'll get into that a little bit later. Both of these teams are just proving everybody wrong, and great display from the seniors tonight, winning 59-11 over Champaign Centennial. Couldn't have asked for anything better. 17-4 on the season. It's been really fun covering these girls.
InkSpot would like to thank a fantastic lineup of local sponsors who proudly supported our live stream here tonight. Student journalism and normal community athletics. Flame and Bloom, where fire meets flavor, located in the shops of College Hills. The newest offering from Bloom Barwarji, the Bloom Barista, is Flame at Bloom, where American classics meet Indian and Hispanic flavors. Sample the restaurant's contemporary fusion cuisine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Flame on. That's Flame and Bloom. Green Gables Grill, located at Lake Bloomington. Green Gables is back and better than ever. While they have spectacular smash burger, their menu has something for everyone. Check them out at greengablesgrill.com. Thanks for supporting InkSpot's coverage of Old Lady Iron and Ironmen basketball. Well, that's going to wrap things up here on the girls' side. We'll be back in a few minutes to bring you the boys' game, Champaign Centennial and Normal Community. Our final score, Normal Community 59, Champaign Centennial 11. We'll see you in a few moments for the second part of our doubleheader as the boys take on Champaign Centennial. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Normal Community High School. We're getting ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. And remember, the promotions stay another day, both on the boys and girls side. Promotion for mental health awareness. Joel Swanson, Zach Knox Doyle bringing the back end of the doubleheader. The Normal Community Girls won the first game 59-11 over Champaign Centennial. Now it's the boys' turn here to take on the Chargers. Well, Zach, Champaign Centennial comes in 8-7. But even though they have a record just a little bit over 500, this is a good basketball team. This is going to be a challenge here for Normal Community tonight.
This is a very solid basketball program. When you look at the history of Champaign Centennial, they've done a great job, and we'll get into more specifics later. They're 8-7, but their 2 losses in conference came to Manual and Peoria. Manual only by 3 points, and this is a team that beat the Ironmen during summer play, so this will be a great matchup. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, we found that out when we interviewed Coach Witzik during the girls' game, so here we go. Let's turn things over to the PA announcer here at Normal Community, Mr. Dana Starkey, for our starting lineup. Champaign Centennial and Normal Community.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Normal Community High School for tonight's Big 12 Conference matchup featuring the Centennial Chargers and your Normal Ironmen. Fans, please remember that admission to an interscholastic event is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a manner that will allow others to enjoy the game. Sportsmanship is for everyone on the court and in the stands. Tonight is Mental Health Awareness Night. Mackenzie Nelson is an NCHS alum who founded Stay Another Day, a clothing company whose mission is to help remove the stigma associated with discussing our mental health. The vision is to have every piece of Stay Another Day clothing be a walking billboard, spreading awareness that it's okay not to be okay. We at NCHS are proud of what Mackenzie is doing to help others and join her in her vision by recognizing tonight as Mental Health Awareness Night. Please visit her tonight at her table where she has items for sale, and visit the website at stayanotherday.com. We join Mackenzie in our hope that we will all stay another day. Prior to opening lineups tonight, we have a couple of introductions. Number 1, we would like to welcome back Centennial Assistant Coach Anthony Woods, who was a vital member of our first Final Four team back in 2011. So welcome to Anthony, again a vital member of our first Final Four team, class of 2011. We'd also like to make mention that the sophomore game just finished in the West Gym, and NCHS got the victory, and that is Coach Ryan Short's 400th victory as our sophomore coach. All right, let's take care of starting lineups first for the Chargers from Centennial High School. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 11, Kellen Davis. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, 24, Tyreek Patterson. Guard, 6'2" junior, 33, Isaiah Allen. Fourth guard is a 6'1" junior, 44, Sherrod Clark. And the forward is a 6'8" senior, 22, Caden Peets. The Chargers are coached by Roderick Hutchinson. And now let's see the starting five for your home team, Normal Ironmen. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 11, Connor Smith. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 5, Trey Burdett. Also at guard, a 5'10" junior, number 3, Andrew Nauer. In the middle, at center, 6'9" senior, number 42, Kobe Walker. And at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Owen Osborne. They are going to coached by Dave Witzik and assisted by Nate Foster, Matt Schweinberg, Ryan Short, John Hughes, LeConte Nix, and Derek Schonauer. The officials for tonight's game are...
There we go. Champaign Centennial and Normal Community getting ready to tip it off here. It's a conference game for the Ironmen. And I know we talked to Coach Witzik during the girls' game, Zach, a conference game he would really like to win to be in that Big 12 hunt for the championship at the end of the season.
Yeah, Centennial is a team that might go a little unnoticed in the Big 12. But they are a team that is really exceptional in the Big 12. Great start from Community, get it right into Kobe Walker, making that layup, as they are 1-2 in conference, but the two losses come to Manual and Peoria, two of the top teams atop the conference.
This is Tyreek Patterson with the basketball for the Chargers. Normal Community got a blowout win in the girls' game in the first part of our doubleheader. This one should be a lot more competitive. This is a good Centennial team. Here's a jumper from 15 feet that goes down for Centennial, tying the game at 2. That was Caden Pete, the 6'8" senior, that knocked that one home. Now we're on the drive back door to Osborne. Missed it. Rebound picked out of there by the Chargers. Here comes Isaiah Allen. Back comes Centennial. Allen now got picked up by Trey Burdett. Now has to set the offense. 2-2, just on our way here. It's a little over 7 minutes. Here's Patterson's three. That's no good, and Kobe Walker's got the rebound.
This is Trey Burdett's second game back from being sick, so this will be a big one for him. He had a lot of turnovers in his first game back. Now, hopefully, he'll get back into form.
Inside, the ball went to Walker. He lost it. Here comes Champaign Centennial back the other way. Patterson, though, restart the offense now with Clark. Clark, a long three. That's no good. A rebound tipped around. It's going to be off Owen Osborne out of bounds. A battle for the rebound underneath. A couple of players were right there. That was Kellen Davis, the 6'1" senior for Champaign Centennial, but that went off the Ironman. Davis now, there's a nice little shot again, knocking one home. Caden Pete's got his second bucket. But the 6'8" senior has knocked down 2 in a row here, Zach, and it's 4-2 Centennial.
It's going to be really interesting seeing that matchup between Kobe Walker and Caden Pete. Pete's obviously going to make Walker come out to the perimeter. He's got a nice shot, and Walker's going to want to live in the paint.
There's Connor Smith. His three is no good. Walker knocked it around, now picked up by Burdett. 6:11 to go, first quarter, 4-2 Centennial out in front. Burdett now on the right-hand dribble inside for Kobe Walker, and he turned it over. So the Ironmen off to a slow start. And here comes Chase Caston off the bench. And we probably could have talked to Coach Witzik for another 20 minutes at halftime, during the girls' game, and just asking him a little about having a freshman on the varsity. Chase, one of the rare ones to be able to do that, and he's been a good one so far, Zach.
Yeah, and he told me at the start of the season he's never given freshmen this many minutes. Here's the deep ball from Centennial. That one no good from Sherrod.
Yeah, there's deep
Clark.
and then there's deep. And Sherrod Clark tried a deep one right there. The 6'2" junior hits that one off the backboard. There's Chase Caston inside. Caston shot up no good, hit off the side of the backboard, and here comes Centennial the other way with Patterson. Patterson in the front court. The Chargers now will settle things down 4-2. Both teams off to kind of a rough start offensively, and a turnover here, and both teams trying to settle in, Zach, here on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, and when I was talking about Caston, no one's seen, Coach Witzik hasn't given anybody that many minutes. He said that at the start of the season, and then Caston got a start later on in the season, so he's definitely never started a freshman either, and now his 26th year, so Caston is somebody that's going to be very special.
Here's Nauer now on the drive, down inside. Oh, nice pass over to Caston. Chase will pull up, little fade on that jumper. Boy, that looked awfully good. Didn't look like a freshman right there. That's a senior type move. But Caden Pete is dominating this first quarter. He's got 6 points already here in quarter number 1, 6-4 Centennial.
Well, Walker got checked out very early in the game, just about 2 minutes in. Now he's going to come back in. I think they need that defensive force that Walker brings.
Yeah, I think might have been a little conversation there, what they were going to do with Caden Pete, who kind of stepped out, knocked down a couple 15-footers. Certainly sent the message that he can shoot the ball a little bit. Now we're to Caston, 3 on the way. We're going to call for a travel right there. Just didn't get his feet set. I don't think Chase quite agreed with that call, but boy, Chase Caston off to a nice start. Hit a little fadeaway jumper, knocking in the 3. And Chase is listed at 6'3", might be closer to 6'4", maybe a little taller than that. Has great length and really skilled for a freshman.
Yeah, when I spoke to him, he said 6'5", and I can attest to that. I think that's about the right height for him, and he's just a freshman. He's going to keep growing.
Yeah, I think there was a foul there. No call on the play. And out of bounds, it'll belong to Normal Community here. I guess maybe when you're a freshman, you don't get those extra inches in the program sometimes, but certainly has terrific length, and he's going to be an outstanding player. 6'4", our score here, as Champaign Centennial has gotten 6 points from Caden Pete. 2 from Caston, 2 from Walker to start things off for Normal Community, but the Ironmen have really struggled on the offensive end here to start the game. Now we're headed knocked away by Patterson for a moment. Back up to Caston, and they will set the offense. Having a hard time penetrating this man-to-man defense of Champaign Centennial. Andrew Nauer down the lane, got stuck. Connor Smith looked at a 3, didn't take it. Connor in the lane, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound tipped around inside, out of bounds. It will belong to Champaign Centennial.
Yeah, over the last 2 games, Connor Smith's been doing really well inside of the paint. He's averaging 9 points a game, but from beyond the arc, he's just shooting 10% from 3 in his last 2 games. Obviously, Smith, an excellent 3-point shooter, so he's just got to get out of that slump and regain that confidence.
Sherrod Clark had that ball tipped off his foot. No, that shouldn't have been over and back. That ball got tipped on that particular play. I think they just missed that on the call.
Yeah. Centennial head coach obviously visibly frustrated with that one, and that is Roderick Hutchinson, first-year coach. He was the JV coach before this, and he is coming after Tim Lavin, the 23-year coach at Centennial.
Now Lavin at Centennial for a very long time. Here's Kobe Walker, shot no good. There's Kobe Walker basketball right there. Gobbles it up, lays it back in. 6-6 our score now, as Normal Community has tied the game here, 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Clark on the outside, on the dribble, trying to penetrate that man-to-man defense. Kicks it out, 3 on the way. Can't find it that time for Allen, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Normal Community.
This team loves the deep 3 ball, and I think that comes with being able to knock it down. They average 60 points a game. Obviously, they're not on pace for that to start the contest, but if they start knocking down these triples, this game can really start to switch, and Community's going to have to get some points, maybe get some comfortability, because this Centennial team relies on that 3 ball.
Jarrell Brown just came in and got fouled from the backside. It'll be the game's first foul of the contest. Brown will head to the line.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about Chase Caston. What about Jarrell Brown? He's just a sophomore. Play style very similar to Caston. He can get inside with a tough finish. He's also got a nice 3-point shot. That free throw just misses, but he's very smooth, one of the leaders in 3-point shooting on this team. He's averaging about 5 points a game off the bench. Can't wait to see him and Caston in the following years, alongside Andrew Nauer, who will be starting next year as well.
Yeah, you think about a couple years of having Jarrell and Caston kind of maybe at that 2-3, playing those wings for Normal Community. Some really good basketball in the future, but here we are, the 24-25 season, 6-6 our score. We're getting a jump ball. But Caden Pete has really played well for Centennials. Knocked in a couple jumpers already here over the top of Kobe Walker. He has really been a key. He's got all 6 points for Centennial so far in the contest.
And I am very excited to see Kobe Walker go against Pete. They did not want to give up that jump ball. They held it for about 5 seconds, not trying to give it up. This is going to be a fun matchup between those two.
Yeah, you can see Normal Community having to close way out on the floor to shut down some of those 3-point attempts from Centennial. Clark now looking to penetrate that defense. Clark had it tipped away that time by Owen Osborne. Trey Burdett now down low, turned it over, picked out of there by the Chargers. Talked about Burdett had some turnovers last game, a couple here already in the first quarter. 2.5 to go, quarter number 1, 6-6 our score. Normal Community and Champaign Centennial. A cold, frigid Tuesday night here in North Normal. Champaign Centennial comes in only 8-7, but they have won 4 games in a row, giving the Ironmen a tussle here so far. Clark on the outside, 3 on the way. Ring it up. Sherrod Clark's got the first non-Caden Pete basket for Champaign Centennial. And the Chargers lead 9-6 out of bounds, and it will belong to Normal Community.
Yeah, we see Trey Burde. We talked about a couple turnovers to start off this game. He missed a couple games just about a week ago due to a sickness, still trying to get back into the hang of things. And I think this will be a great game to showcase that he's got it back and just going to take some time to get comfortable and into this game. But I think this is where Trey's about to flourish.
Jarrell Brown now off a high screen, finds Kobe Walker. Walker down inside, and we're going to get a foul against Caden Pete. As Kobe's got 4 already here in the contest. We talked about Caden Pete's 3 buckets already. Kobe's got a couple of buckets as well. He'll head to the line. 2 shots coming up now for Kobe Walker. 1:47 to go here, first quarter. 9-6 our score in favor of Champaign Centennial as Kobe Walker knocks down the first free throw. 59-11 the score in the girls game. Normal Community knocked off Champaign Centennial. Dave Feeney's team now 17-4, and hoping to hear from Coach Feeney at halftime of this game. Free throw up and no good. Caden Pete's got the rebound for Champaign Centennial. Active basketball out front now, Isaiah Allen, and they'll start the offense. Into Pete now as he squares up Walker. Looked at the three-point shot, now puts it on the deck. Pete got inside. That shot comes up short. Owen Osborne's got the rebound for Normal Community.
Excellent defense by Kobe Walker, all over him in the perimeter and not letting him get an easy paint shot.
Trey Bird at 3, no good. Rebound, Kobe Walker. Walker back up, can't find it. Rebound, Kobe again. Kobe back up again, and that one goes down. Kobe Walker's got 7 points here in the first quarter. Ties the game at 9, 1 minute to go, quarter number 1.
That's Walker's bread and butter. He gets 11 boards a game. 5 of those are offensive, and tonight he has 3 offensive boards, and we're still in the first quarter.
Under a minute now. Patterson dribble drive, baseline jumper, no good that time. That was J.J. Lewandowski that took that one. 40 seconds now on the clock. Bird it back to Smith, and they will run the offense here. We'll see if Normal Community takes the last one. They don't. Trey Bird it, missed it. Rebound tipped around, and Centennial's got it. Here comes Patterson back the other way, and I do believe Centennial will take the last shot of the quarter. 9-9 our score. As we're wrapping up quarter number 1, a fast-moving first quarter here from Normal Community High School tonight. Now the Chargers with 17. On the drive, Lewandowski kicks it out to Pete at 14. They're going to throw the ball around the perimeter. Lewandowski now on the drive, pull up, 15-footer. That's around and out. Here comes Burdett with 5. Trey with 4. Finds Nauer with 2. Andrew lets it go. That ball got blocked, and that will be the quarter. 1 quarter down from Normal Community High School tonight. It's the Ironmen 9 and the Chargers 9. You are watching Normal Community High School basketball on The Ink Spot. The Ink Spot would like to thank a fantastic lineup of local sponsors who proudly support student journalism and Normal Community athletics. Flame and Bloom, when fire meets flavor, located in the shops of College Hills. The newest offering from Bloom Bar Waji. Bloom Barista is the Flame and Bloom, where American classics meet Indian and Hispanic flavors. Sample the restaurant's contemporary fusion cuisine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Flame on. Green Gables Grill, located at Lake Bloomington. Green Gables is back and better than ever. While they have spectacular smash burgers, their menu has something for everyone. Check them out at greengablesgrill.com. 9-9 our score after 1. Zach, give me your thoughts about quarter number 1.
Well, before the game, what I said to you was I was expecting a really high-scoring game, and that is the exact opposite of what we've gotten here tonight. It is 9-9 between Community and Centennial, and I think that's a testament to both of these teams' defensive strategies, and then you also look at this really tough man-to-man defense that Centennial's presenting Community with, and it seemed like they didn't start realizing what they should be doing on offense until the end of that first quarter, and what really worked was getting it into Kobe Walker and letting him dominate with his size. Yes, Pete is 6'8", but Kobe's got about 20 pounds on him and a couple inches.
They go into Walker right away, and boy, there you go, Zach. He must have been in the huddle down there with the rest of the coaching staff. They go right inside to Kobe Walker, and he finds the basket right away. 11-9 now. The Ironmen have the lead as Centennial in danger of getting a 10-second violation here. Nice job by Tyreek Patterson. And once he got in the front court, he turns it over then off the spin move, and it will belong to the Ironmen.
Patterson is 5'11", listed at 145 pounds. He is just a sophomore, and wow, he's got some handles. He has some exuberant speed as well, and that was just a great job of him being able to get to the rack. And then I think he could have gone for a floater there, and that just comes with time and age.
Hey, heads to the bench right there. So that ball must have been tipped because Centennial will get the basketball. And they trigger it in now here to Isaiah Allen, and they will start their offense. 7.5 to go here, second quarter, 11-9. Here's Clark for three. That's no good. Rebound by Walker, and the Ironmen come back the other way.
Clark's got a pure stroke from deep. We've already seen him knock down one earlier, and he's attempted a few. We'll see that throughout this ball game.
Inside now for Caston. Back outside on the drive. Nauer now with a three from the corner. That's no good. Rebound pulled down inside, and Kobe Walker ends up with he had it blocked. Nice job that time. I think Lewandowski might have gotten a piece of that one. Connor Smith delivering that pass inside. Walker could not score, and Centennial comes back the other way down two.
I'm a big supporter of putting it right up, but a crab dribble might have been good for Kobe there as Trey gets the steal, and the Ironmen are taking it the other way.
And Connor Smith, nice fake and a little floater that time. The Ironmen have the first four of the second quarter. They lead 13-9 here, 6.5 minutes to go before halftime.
Well, the threes have not been going down for Smith as of late, so he has really developed a bag inside, being able to maneuver his way into the paint.
That's a deep three to say the least that time for Centennial. Pete's got the rebound. Back inside, the ball goes to Kellen Davis, and back around the horn they go. Centennial now gets a ball screen. Pull-up jumper no good there for Lewandowski, and picked out of there by the Ironmen. 13-9 Normal Community. Champaign Centennial has gone cold. Birded inside now for Walker. Squares up, now to Chase Caston. Caston looking for a kick out. Nobody open. Will give the ball now back to Connor Smith, and they'll reset the offense here. Walker sets a high screen for Burnett, who gets downhill with that left hand. Zach, that's exactly where Trey wants to get. Strong going left and able to finish.
Yeah, that was a great screen from Kobe, and Burnett has had lots of acrobatic finishes this year. There's another one, and when we're looking at Centennial on offense, this is modern-day basketball. They like to shoot a lot of deep threes, but then they also do like their mid-rangers, so they're mixing in some stuff from early 2000s as well.
Yeah, the threes have not been going for Centennial here so far. Just one make for the Chargers, and we got 5:12 to go here in the second quarter. Clark back out top now. Clark on the drive inside, and we will get a foul. I do not believe the basket is going to count, and it's going to be against Andrew Nauer for Normal Community. I do believe that is the Ironmen's first foul of the game here. Haven't been a lot of fouls here so far. There's only 2 against Centennial and 1 against Normal Community. 15-9 our score. Inbounds pass now goes to Lewandowski, the 6'3 junior. He'll back it back out front for Patterson. Baseline drive all the way down inside, and we got a foul, a blocking foul, as on the drive was Isaiah Allen for Champaign Centennial. Allen's going to end up at the free throw line here. And these are only the third player to get to the foul line here so far in the contest, and the first free throw shot by Centennial tonight.
Yeah, Centennial has a lot of bigger guards and lengthier forwards on this squad, as we see right here. Knocks down the free throw, Isaiah Allen. He's one of those lengthier forwards. He can get to the rack. That was an excellent display of just drawing contact and getting into the heart and soul of Community. I think Centennial will want to do a lot more of this to open up that three-point line so they can maybe take some closer, better three-point shots.
After losing to Titopolis at the Christmas holiday break, 52-49, they have won 4 in a row over Tolona Unity Mattoon, knocked off Normal West. And their last win was over Chatham Glenwood, 59-52. They're looking for their 5th win in a row. Now we're just about turned it over, but Chase Caston, how about that? Missed it inside. Kobe's got the rebound, taken away nicely right there by Kellen Davis. Here comes Patterson the other way, dumping it off for Lewandowski, who missed it. Rebound Andrew Nauer. I think that's Andrew Nauer down in there. Certainly is. And picking up that loose ball, and we're going to get a foul against Champaign Centennial.
Yeah, I asked a lot of players before the game, just kind of asking about what Centennial looks like, and a word that came up a lot was speedy, quick, and we have seen that today. The takeaway there by Kellen Davis, just stripping that right from Kobe Walker's hands. This is a very speedy team.
Yeah, it certainly is. And you can see it right now in the defensive end. Caston's going to get a 3 ball. That's off the back iron. Rebound, Owen Osborne. Owen Osborne back up, and he got fouled. And we talk about a senior that has really kind of changed his game this year, primarily an outside shooter a year ago. Boy, Owen's been a really good inside-outside player. You can tell a guy that's been in the weight room as well has done a really good job getting stronger, and he has been a really good inside-outside player for the Ironmen this year.
Yeah, and when you look at Osborne on the box score, nothing really jumps out, but then you see him live. He's getting lots of minutes. And the thing about Osborne is he is a team player. His basketball IQ has really improved since last season. He's taken the best shot. There's the free throw. That one's good. Last season saw a lot of three-pointers, sometimes forced. And this year, he's playing an inside-out attack, which has allowed him to shoot 50% from 3. He finds a teammate when he needs to. He is just the quintessential all-around basketball player.
Has put a lot of time into his game in the offseason. It has really shown up here in 24-25. We go under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. 17-11, Normal Community leads. Patterson's free throw is no good. Chase Caston has the rebound out to Nauer. Here come the Ironmen back the other way. Connor Smith getting downhill inside, kicks it back out. Caston looked at it, chased down the lane with the left hand, wouldn't go. Rebound, there's Owen Osborne again. Gets that offensive rebound, tried to back it out. Chargers all around him, he turns it over, and here comes Centennial.
Yeah, it's getting gritty in the inside there. Lots of contact on both sides, letting them play. I like to see it.
Pete now over Osborne, missed it. A nice block out by Owen. As Normal Community now with that 6-point lead. Here's Jarrell Brown back outside for Nauer. Low-scoring game tonight here, as both teams have done a really nice job on the defensive end. Connor Smith turns it over. Patterson up ahead. Lewandowski runs it down. Can't find the basket. Back out to Pete. Pete now is open. Now back to Patterson, and they're going to set the offense.
Yeah, Lewandowski just tipped that one so Centennial could get it back. It was so fast.
3 ball, no good from the outside, and Kellen Davis. And Centennial does not have a field goal here in this quarter. Just 2 free throws by Isaiah Allen. That has been it. Normal Community hasn't done much as well, just 8 points. There's Owen Osborne for a 3. That's no good. Chase Caston has the rebound. He threw it off Patterson out of bounds. Kind of an awkward play on both sides, but it ends up being positive for the Ironmen. Here's Kobe Walker and Trey Burdett now in the lineup for Normal Community.
Well, I don't know if either of these teams were really expecting the defense that they've seen on both sides today. It has looked a little bit awkward offensively for both of them. Here's a nice smooth 3 from Brown. That one no good, and Centennial's going to take it the other way.
Yeah, they got the leak out on the other end, and Sherrod Clark couldn't find it right there. Boy, Normal Community lost him. Nobody rotating back on defense, but Centennial could not take advantage. Connor Smith, the Euro step, no good. Kobe Walker over the top. We get a jump ball that belonged with Centennial.
Jump ball. Chargers.
Yeah, the last few plays, Centennial's actually had a fast break. The first throw, or the first pass was actually overthrown, so they weren't able to have an easy bucket. That one was overthrown as well, and it was a little tougher of an angle. Community's had back-to-back breaks here, and the defense really needs to get back on task, as that floater is good from Tyreek Patterson, the speedy sophomore.
Yeah, that's his first bucket of the game right there. The first field goal for Centennial here in the quarter. You think Normal Community would have a big lead, but it's only 4 as they have struggled themselves on the offensive end. 17-13, 1:49 to go in the half. Osborne now, look at the defense from Centennial. They have really made it hard on the Ironmen in the first half. Jarrell Brown on the blow-by and the throwdown. How about that for the 6'6 sophomore?
Oh my goodness, we saw Brown try to throw it down earlier this season, and that time he hammers it home. What a dunk from Brown.
Yeah, he certainly did. And boy, a game of cold shooting and not a lot of action. Jarrell Brown really gets this thing going with a baseline drive and the flush. Now Kobe Walker here, 6-point lead for Normal Community. Walker backs down inside, out to Connor Smith. Let's see if they go back inside. Nope, Connor's going to go down the lane. Owen Osborne, 3. Oh, that's off the back heel. Looked like that one was going down. Picked out of there by Kellen Davis. Davis wing, Clark, 3, no. Rebound Walker. Under a minute we go, and up ahead, Connor Smith beat the defense. Up, and oh, he got fouled and no call on that. Like he got knocked over on the play.
Yeah, it looked like a heavy body foul on that one No call. It's been a very physical game. We've seen it on both sides of the ball today. So a little surprising there, and I think that was a bit of a makeup call with the travel being called on number 24, Tyreek Patterson. But this is not the game I was expecting. I said it before, but we are seeing lots of hustle and grit from both of these teams. The three ball also isn't knocking down on both sides. I think we'll see more of that in the second half, but love the defensive effort on both sides.
And Normal Community hasn't made a three yet. Centennial's got one, and believe me, there's been plenty of attempts here so far in this contest. Bird it to Owen Osborne, now to Andrew Nauer. Nauer to Walker, inside, turned it over. Centennial just too quick to be able to make that sort of pass. 15 on the clock now. Clark looks at the 20-footer, now puts it on the floor, gets down inside over Andrew Nauer. That's well done. Sherrod Clark, 19-15. Bird it with 4. Trey with 3. Nauer's going to let it fly at the horn. That's no good. And that is the end of the first half. 19-15 our score at half. And Zach, I think you kind of might have thought this would have been the first quarter score, but that's the halftime score. And we've got the head girls coach for Normal Community, Dave Feeney, is going to join us here. I'm going to find him a headset there. And
once again, remember that we are doing our mental health awareness night.
And Coach Feeney. Hey, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming up. You got enough reach there?
I can step over.
There we go. Well, an impressive victory. It looked like a game where you wanted to get out to a nice, comfortable lead and play everybody. It played out perfectly for you.
Yeah, senior night, you love to have a game where you can just kind of celebrate a special group, and tonight was definitely that. We had a few seniors that had never started, and so to give them an opportunity to start, and Emma Harrison gets the game started with a 3, got the team super excited, energy up right from the beginning.
Well, let's just go through your seniors here real quick, maybe one by one. You got a great chance to celebrate them at halftime, but maybe we'll just go through them here. Let's start with Amia Lester.
Yeah, Amia is a great kid that has matured so much in her 4 years at Normal. Is going to continue to play, has offers from ICC in Parkland, is actually visiting ICC tomorrow. And so super excited for Amia, and I think her best basketball is still ahead of her. The ICC coach said, and I agree, like she played behind some great kids the last few years. Now she's getting a chance to do more, but you can see on the floor she is adapting to being in different situations and still learning kind of on the fly, and is really growing for us this year by playing and gaining that experience and maturity.
Tatum Yokley.
Yeah, Tatum is a great leader. If Coach Feeney was smart, he'd probably play her more. But she is a great leader, says all the right things. She's like having another coach. I mean, she really directs a lot of what we do, even from the bench. And the great thing is that she, even though she doesn't play big minutes sometimes, she is so engaged in everything we do. Her voice matters, has really led for us, really on and off the court. She's been just an amazing kind of leader for us.
Marco Reynolds.
Marco is kind of our kind of the key, to be honest. We do so much where we try to go inside out through her. She several games has led us in assists, even though she's the post player, because we play through her. She is really our only size of significance as far as height, and she works really hard at getting better. She sometimes beats herself up too much. She's pretty hard on herself. Sure. But she is a great kid, and she is going to go throw the shot put at Eastern. And I know that she loves just being part of a team. Because track is such an individual thing at times. She loves being part of it, and has really been good for us. She's one of our captains. She's a great kid.
Kenna Malinowski.
Kenna, I always joke with her, it's not Kenna Malaladerski, it's Malinowski. It's time to go now.
Gosh.
Yep. Come on, you're used to these jokes in class.
This is just like English class. Oh my gosh.
Kenna is having a great year. She really stretches the floor for us, gives us some great things on the court. But she's also just a calm demeanor, just the same all the time. I always joke with her, like tonight, she scored a good, decent amount, but she also, from the 3, she didn't shoot it like she usually does, percentage-wise. But you can't tell. Like, she just keeps plugging, keeps doing what she does. You don't see it with her body language. I love that. We always call it winning the response. Life's going to throw adversity at you. Can you win the response and not react? And Kenna is a perfect example of that. Just a quiet leader that just does everything the right way. She's a steadying force for our team. You always know what you're going to get.
Armani Connor.
Armani sang the anthem tonight, unbelievably.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know, what's funny is we asked her yesterday if she wanted to sing it, and then today during warm-up, she comes over and she just goes, am I singing that before our game or before the boys' game? And it was like 2 minutes before she was supposed to go sing it, and I'm like, okay, well, how's this going to go? And then she just knocked it out of the park.
She certainly did, no doubt about it.
And again, I'm so happy for Armani that she's getting a chance to play this year. She's been a kid that, she played as a freshman and sophomore, but as a junior really didn't get to play very much, and is really a great kid, hard worker every day in practice, is enjoying the journey this year as a senior. And then she's also, she sang the anthem. She's also like an elite music student in our school. And so I'm also really proud that she's balanced those things. There's times where she's had to miss practice. She's going to miss a couple games later in the year because she's going to the all-state, choir thing. I love that our kids are able to do that. And we always say if you're champions in one area, you're champions in another area. And Armani's a great example of that.
Camry Fisher.
Camry is just rock steady. Her and Kenna both are kind of that same, just even keel. We always know what we're going to get. It's so nice when you're a coach and you just kind of pencil in, like, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to get from this kid. She's not necessarily like a great individual defender. Like, she's not going to wow you with like steals, but she's always in the right spot. She does things the right way. She defends without fouling. We're all our plus minus when she's on the floor. You can't always explain it, but it's always better when Cam's in the mix. She's got like that secret sauce. She's a great teammate and also just team player. She doesn't care. Like in our first game of the year, she was our leading scorer. Some games she doesn't score, she's the same after the game. Like, it does not matter to her as long as we play like us.
Emma Harrison.
Emma, again, I'm so happy she hit that 3 to start the game. She was super nervous about starting, and she wanted to do well. And another kid that I think in a lot of programs wouldn't have even stuck with it for all 4 years. That's not a compliment to our program. It's a compliment to our kids, because these 8 kids are so just kind of bonded together and great friends. And Emma hasn't gotten to play a lot in her career, but she has been a great teammate. If you watch when anything great happens on our team, we always zero in on Emma on the bench because she's jumping around, celebrating her teammates. And that's what makes me super proud is our kids get it. They get that it's not about them. They're ridiculously unselfish, but also they get that there's a bigger picture. The secret of basketball is it's not about basketball, and they really celebrate each other. And they'll take that approach to life, celebrating each other and celebrating others and trying to be a fan for everybody else and get them to do better things. I think they'll go a long way.
Raina Powers.
Raina is just incredible. You've heard me say, like, quiet leader a bunch. Raina actually said the other day, she goes, I like to lead privately but not publicly. And that is her. She is behind the scenes. She'll meet with me one-on-one and talk about stuff, and she'll meet with other kids one-on-one and try to lead them. But I don't know that I've ever heard her talk in front of our team. And she's been a 3-year major contributor on our varsity. She's really the only kid that we have out here that has played a lot of minutes. Marco, Kenna played some last year, but Raina's played a lot the last 3 years. We're really going to miss her. She's going to do great things in Kentucky, at the University of Kentucky for soccer. But we're not just going to miss her as a player. Like, she is just a rock-steady kid that the team just adores. I don't think it's too often that you have a kid with her athletic ability that is also so humble. Allie Entz and Raina Powers are like 2 unicorns. Just that, they're freak athletes, but they also are just the most humble, nice kids, easy to root for. It just makes it fun to go to practice every day.
Yeah, hearing you talk about these players and just kind of seeing your face light up, and also on the court, that speech that you gave after, can you just talk about the connections that you build with these seniors and how proud you are of them, what they're going to do on the next level, and then maybe a little bit the future with the juniors coming up as well?
Yeah, one is exactly what you said, that you form bonds with these guys on and off the court over 4 years. And it's great to see when it starts to pay off, not just on the court, but all of a sudden you see a maturity level with them, like, hey, they're starting to get it. Or when I walk in the locker room sometimes at halftime and we give them a few minutes to talk beforehand, and when I walk in, you can already hear them saying things that I was going to say or that we were going to say, because they know it better. And you can truly say, this is your team, it's not even our team. Like, it's truly your team. I'm just along for the ride. And with these kids, I have such a trust level with them that we can do that. I hope that our juniors are paying attention, and I hope they see it. So many of these kids didn't play when they were juniors, or, other than Raina, Marco, and Kenna, really none of those kids played big minutes as juniors. But it also doesn't guarantee you anything. There's still seniors that don't play a lot, but they're bought in. They know it's about something bigger than themselves, but they also recognize that they're getting a lot from this ride. You know, sometimes I think that's coach speak, like, hey, buy into the team, and you're not really getting anything out of the experience. And I think you heard tonight in those senior speeches, like they're getting something out of the experience. And so I'm just super excited that they have that perspective. I think it's really mature for a senior in high school to have that perspective. And I just can't wait to see if they continue to grow on this path. They're just going to be great human beings.
You lost a lot of firepower from a year ago. What was the expectation that you had for this team, and kind of where do you feel like this team is at compared to those expectations?
Yeah, if you would have talked to me at the end of June, I would have said we'll be lucky to win 5 to 10 games. Like, we were getting hammered in summer league games and really not looking like us.
Yeah.
And I thought our kids had a chip on their shoulder coming into the season, that they wanted to prove people wrong. Amia said that in her senior center program, that her favorite thing about the season is proving expectations. You know, we try not to put like a win total or anything like that with expectations, but we just want to be a team that can play with character, play like us, even against really good opponents. One thing that I've loved is that we have done that, you know, knocking off Edwardsville, knocking off St. Ignatius. Those are unbelievable wins that, quite honestly, coming into the year, I didn't know if we could do, that we'd be tough enough to win at Edwardsville or at a neutral floor against a team like St. Ignatius. But we've also had glimmers where it's like, okay, that's my fear. That's the team that we're afraid we are. That's why on our shirts it says fear is a liar, right? So we have to believe in who we can be and just buy into that. And if we really buy into that and just play as hard as we can, I'll let the chips fall where they may.
Well, Coach Feeney, thanks so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck here the rest of the season.
I really appreciate it, and thanks for being here. You guys are awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Coach Dave Feeney, the head coach of the Normal Community Girls basketball team, and we are on our way here in the second half. And Connor Smith down the lane, 3-ball, Owen Osborne. That one doesn't go down, and can basically just say the same thing that we said about Coach Witzik. Dave Feeney has won a lot of basketball games as the girls basketball coach here at Normal Community High School, but an outstanding person, outstanding teacher, and outstanding leader. And we got a lot of them here at Normal Community, and Dave is certainly one of the best. Here's a 3-ball from the corner, and that is knocked down by Sherrod Clark, as makes it 19-18. So thanks for Coach Feeney and Coach Witzik joining us here, the boys-girls doubleheader. And as a foul coming up on Champaign Centennial. Well, Zach, I think another situation we could have probably talked to Coach Feeney for another half hour, you know, asking him about a little bit about the promotion tonight, to stay another day, and how that came about, and just being able to talk about his 8 seniors, though. And you, I think, really picked up on it, the enthusiasm and the passion that he has when he's talking about those 8 seniors and how much they have meant to the program at Normal Community.
Yeah, he's just a great guy. I have him, he's my teacher for AP Lit, always cracking a good joke, but at the end of the day, just a really caring individual that obviously cares for his team.
Yeah, Normal Community is so fortunate in the coaches that we have, and there's a lot of success at this school as Clark goes for 3 and misses it, comes up short, but it is that leadership from those coaching positions is the reason why the trophies are in the trophy case and the wins are up on the side of the gym wall, is the ladies and gentlemen that coach the teams here and the leadership that they provide us.
Yeah, and you talked about Feeney being one of the winningest coaches. He's actually nearing the winningest coach in Normal Community girls basketball history. If they win out this year, he will become the winningest coach in girls basketball history for Normal Community.
Yeah, but Bernie Charo is the winningest coach right now, but Dave Feeney is closing in on that number. Dave Witzik passed that one up quite a while ago, but over 500 wins for Coach Witzik on the sideline at Normal Community. As Andrew Nauer now on the drive, back out for Osborne. Osborne now puts it on the deck. It's down inside, and Owen Osborne will lay one home. And Zach, it has been a struggle offensively for the Ironmen in this contest. 21-18 our score, but Centennial has given the Ironmen fits so far on the offensive end.
Well, the Ironmen slowed it down on offense that time, waiting for their best shot, great ball movement, and it led to a tough finish from Osborne.
Here's a 3 on the way, no good. Picked out of there by Kobe Walker. 5.5 to go third quarter. Connor Smith inside for Walker. Walker turns, now being patient, finds Andrew Nauer on the backside. That was like a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Inside there for Walker. Kobe looking to go up, back outside for Trey Burditt, and they'll reset the offense.
Really solid defense from Pete, not letting Walker go anywhere. He keeps having to kick it back out to the iron.
There's Owen Osborne, the three in the corner. Connor Smith, that actually hit the side of the backboard right there. And again, Normal Community has not made a three-point shot on the night. Centennial's got a couple of them that have gone down. Under 5 we go, 21-18, under 5 for the third quarter. It has been a defensive-minded game, but both offenses have struggled. Patterson now gives it to Clark inside. Nice play right there. Sherrod Clark's got 10 points now in the game. Caden Peak got the first 6 for Centennial. And since then, it's been Sherrod Clark that's been the big scorer for the Chargers. 21-20 now, 4.5 to go in the third quarter, and this game is zooming along. Nauer had a look at a three, didn't decide to take it, now to Connor Smith. A couple of Ironmen at the table. Smith down inside, a strong move and a foul coming up. That's going to be on Kellen Davis right there. And heading to the line here now for Normal Community is Connor Smith.
We talked about Osborne's evolution as a basketball player. What about Connor Smith? Last year, just a lot like Osborne, he loved the three ball, and it was almost all three balls. This year, he's getting into the lane, drawing contact, and he's really just added another level to his game. So when there is some cold streaks from downtown, he's got something else in his bag. He can get to the paint, knocks down that first free throw after drawing the contact.
Yeah, we kind of talk about the team from a year ago that finished up as the state runner-up in Class 4A. Kobe Walker was a big part coming off the bench. The other guy was Connor Smith. Connor played a lot of minutes coming off the bench on that basketball team a year ago. Smith's second free throw up and no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds and it'll belong to Champaign Centennial.
Yeah, we saw Kobe Walker and Caden Pete really battle it out in the beginning of the game. And like you said, Pete had 6 of their first points. Has he scored since?
He has not. Nope, just those 6. He had 6 in the first
Brown
half.
with an insane steal. He is going to step out of bounds right before he saved that one. That would have been incredible. But, yeah, Pete hasn't scored since. Kobe Walker's been pretty quiet as of the last about 8 minutes that he played. He started off very hot as well. It seems like these two have really honed in on each other, and it's allowed other people to get involved, and it's really why this is such a defensive game.
Yeah, Kobe's got 9. Caden Pete's got 6, but all of that came in the first half. Neither one of those guys have scored in half number 2. Jarrell Brown only has 2, but it was quite a 2. On a rim rock and dunk on the baseline. That one tipped away by Normal Community. Here they come again. Brown now trying to pick the basketball up. He's got it in the corner. Jarrell now back over to Andrew Nauer, and the Ironmen will set the offense here. Low-scoring game tonight, but baskets have been hard to find. Caston now, there's Brown. Jarrell, 3, that's no good. Still Normal Community 0 for behind that three-point line. You can see the coaching staff wondering when that first 3 is going to go down. It hasn't happened yet. 3.5 to go third quarter, 22-20. The Ironmen have the lead. Patterson on the crossover. Inside, blocked by Brown. Kobe Walker's got it. We'll see what Kobe's going to do with it. He's going to back it back out to Andrew Nauer. And Normal Community will set the offense. And how about Jarrell Brown in the swat right there?
Brown is having a highlight reel. Huge dunk, huge block. He almost had he had a nice steal and almost an insane save to get it back in. Jarrell Brown is having a night, and it has just come from hustle and outplaying the Chargers.
Caden Pete's going to pick up the foul there. That's his second foul, 14th foul on Champaign Centennial. So points have been hard to come by in this one, and maybe the foul line will be the key for the Ironmen here in the third period. Obviously, things will reset in the fourth, but we're having a hard time scoring. Try to get to that foul line, and Sherrod Clark tipped it out of bounds. It will belong to Normal Community.
Now, Champaign Centennial averages 60 a game. Obviously, this game, they'll be happy if they get to 30. And Community is used to games like this where it is low scoring. We've seen some 30-something to 30-something scores in the past. Last year, there were a couple like that. This year, there's been a few as well. And sometimes it's just like that for Community. They're used to these situations. Let's see how Centennial will react.
Volby Macaboo comes in for Centennial. He's a 6'3 senior. He's wearing number 10. Lewandowski also in the game. JJ, number 42 in there for Centennial. Connor Smith now trying to create some space. Got down inside, turned it over. Here comes Patterson back the other way. On the drive now all the way inside. Nice little floater. That teardrop would not drop that time for Isaiah Allen. And here comes Normal Community. Nice pass up to Chase Caston. Now to Brown. Brown down low inside. Owen Osborne. And we're going to get a flop on Champaign Centennial, I do believe. And that's going to be on Sherrod Clark right there.
Yeah, I don't think Owen Osborne was expecting him to fall down. All of a sudden, a wide open lane for Osborne because of that flop. Refs are talking it over, and it is going to be Normal Community basketball.
So a flop warning on the play. So it'll be Ironman basketball. Something that's fairly new in the high school game, that flop warning. And that's a tough one. It's hard sometimes to determine intent. And boy, Normal Community throws it away. It's kind of been that kind of night on both sides here. Just not real crisp basketball that we've seen on the offensive end. And both teams offensively have had a hard time. Right now, Champaign Centennial scored 9 in the first, 6 in the second. They've only put up 4 points here in the third, but they still only trail by 2, as Normal Community only has 3 points here in the third quarter. Shot no good. Rebound on by Owen Osborne. We thought things would pick up offensively in the third quarter, but it's actually been the lowest scoring quarter of the game. Osborne out front off the head fake now to Brown. Jarrell Brown looks inside for Caston, now to Andrew Nauer. Reset the offense, 2:15 to go here. Caston, 15-footer. That one won't go in. Wow. Shot from the baseline wouldn't go, and here comes Centennial back the other way. Boy, if either team, Zach, can catch some fire on the offensive end, they're going to be able to build a lead in this game. Here's a 3 by Allen, no good. Pulled out of there by Chase Caston. Boy, neither team has been able to find it. Trey Burdett the other way now for Normal Community. The Ironmen have not been able to get to the line here over the last couple minutes because Centennial is in the penalty right now. As Brown comes off that screen, let's see if this 3 goes down, and there it is. Jarrell Brown knocks in the 3.
Brown's one of the top three-point shooters on this team, and he showcased it right there. He's just a sophomore, and he can really knock down those deep triples.
25-20. Champaign Centennial trails Normal Community by 5. 1:20 to go here. Third quarter. Out front now is Makabu. Makabu now hands it off to Patterson. Patterson dribble drive. That's a right-hand scoop shot that doesn't go down. Rebound Owen Osborne out to Trey Burdett. 1 minute now left in the quarter. Brown back to back. No. Rebound Makabu. Back the other way here. Looked like he might have double dribbled, and he did. 57.5 on the clock. It will be Normal Community basketball.
Yeah, and you know, if I was expecting a team that could really catch some momentum, it would be Champaign Centennial. They've won 4 straight games, came into this game red hot, and they have just been ice cold on the offensive end, but they really have shut down this Normal Community team that's lost 3 of their last 7. They've had some struggles. The starting lineup has switched multiple times in the last couple weeks. Community's trying to get things figured out, and Centennial has started rolling, but tonight's Community is presenting them with a problem.
Jarrell Brown's got another three-pointer. 2 of the last 3 attempts for Brown have gone down. He's got 8 points now in the game. Kobe Walker, the leading scorer for Normal Community, with 9, and now Brown's got 8. Baseline drive inside. The ball goes to Pete, and a foul coming up on Owen Osborne. That'll be the first foul of the third quarter on Normal Community. 28-20, and Zach, in this game, that's a big lead.
That is, I think that's the biggest lead we've seen.
Absolutely.
A lot of time when Community went up 25-20, I was like, wow, they're really gaining some momentum, getting a pretty sizely lead here. And this 8-point lead is the biggest we've seen all night. Let's see how Community responds to that and see if Centennial can get on the scoreboard.
Allen now to Pete, sizing things up. Gets the ball over to Makabu. Out of Lewandowski. 15 seconds on the clock. Makabu with 10. Tries a 2-pointer. That's no good. That went off the side of the backboard. Tipped around. Lewandowski tried to tip it. The ball underneath. Caston's got it. Boy, Trey Burdick got out in front. And boy, Nauer just couldn't release that pass, but Andrew Nauer is going to go to the line. He's going to shoot 2 here. That is the 15th foul on Champaign Centennial. So Andrew Nauer will head to the line as Normal Community has started to find some offense here late in the third quarter. And it's been Jarrell Brown early, Zach, that's been the only offense for them here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Brown's heated up today. He's heated up as late as well, and Andrew Nauer has been one of the keys to this community team. He nearly makes that first free throw. He's somebody that has worked his way up, started off the bench, then he kind of became the sixth man. After that, he ended up starting. He's had a great season, had lots of buzzer beaters. He does whatever the Ironmen need to do him. He's really tough on the defensive end, knocks down that second one. 1 second left for Centennial, deep bomb. That one's going to be short, but Andrew Nauer is just that guy that gives the hustle on the defensive end. He almost has that Marcus Russell swarming defensive aggression, and offensively he's got great vision, high basketball IQ despite just being a junior, and he can knock down some shots as well, especially in clutch time. Very excited to see how Nauer progresses throughout the season and next year as well. And earlier in the game, when more offense was rolling a little bit, there was a nice pass from Nauer to Chase Caston, something we'll see a lot of next season as well. I'm excited for that duo as well.
Well, Champaign Centennial has yet to hit double digits in any quarter so far in this contest. They trail Normal Community 29-20 as we enter the fourth quarter. And Sherrod Clark had all the points for Centennial. Boy, the Chargers went ice cold to end that third quarter right there. And Normal Community builds their largest lead of the game here at 29-20. So not a terrific offensive showing for the Ironmen, but they have been really tough on the defensive end. And the Chargers have really struggled shooting the basketball here so far in the game. Jarrell Brown had a big third quarter. He knocked down 2 3-pointers in that third quarter, and Zach, that was the key to building this 9-point lead.
Yes, it was, and they were both right from the top of the key, knocked them down. Love to see those go. Gave some energy off the bench, it's been a pretty quiet night from the bench and everybody in general. I want to look at Champaign Centennial. They have 20 points. Their season low is 41.
Here's a 3 for Patterson. That is no good, and I'm sure they haven't had quite a night shooting like this. Inside, Lewandowski. That one came up short, and rebound picked out of there by the Ironmen. 9-point advantage as we enter the fourth quarter. Patterson picks the pocket of Burdett, and Burdett gets it right back. Trey took it right back from him. Here comes Trey Burdett. Tried the bounce pass, and that one was kicked that time. He was looking for Jarrell Brown on the backside. If that one goes through, Brown probably has a layup that time underneath the basket.
A layup or maybe another dunk, because we know Brown can get up there. He had a dunk earlier today, which is the 14th dunk on the season. I believe his first.
Yeah, Brown, 6'6", really took off on that one and ringed that one up for Kobe Walker. But you let Kobe catch it that deep, that's going to be major, major trouble. 31-20, and boy, Jarrell Brown has been the key to this basketball game here tonight. On the drive, Pete's going to have a nice little jumper right there, and that is the best shot I think that Champaign Centennial has gotten all night long, as Caden Pete with a nice little 5-footer.
Yeah, it seems like once Kobe Walker scores, Pete's got to do the same, and vice versa. They go back and forth at each other, and Kobe Walker off that crab dribble is just a different monster.
Now we're down inside, back out to Connor Smith. Lost it for just a moment, now he has it back. Connor now on the dribble, crossover, inside. Looking for somebody open, now finds Burdett. Burdett now to Jarrell Brown, inside for Walker. Kobe again, and just nobody can stop him when he gets that close. And a timeout for Normal Community, and now all of a sudden, Normal Community trying to find some consistent offense here, and they're back to the double-digit lead.
Yeah, Lewandowski went in and tried to double team. I mean, he did double team Kobe Walker, but it didn't matter. The 6'3" junior couldn't really stop him, and that's someone that's been a key part of this team. He's coming off the bench today, JJ Lewandowski is, but he has done a great job on the defensive end, forced a couple steals, and for Kobe Walker to make that bucket over not only 6'8" Caden Pete, but Lewandowski as well, this gives an extra energy to the Ironmen, and it really builds on this momentum. This is a point where Centennial is going to have to knock down some shots like we saw earlier in this ball game. We know they can knock down the three, but it's a matter of will they get the shots they're looking for, and will this cold streak end?
6.5 to go. Thanks for joining us here on the Ink Spot. A cold January Tuesday night here from Normal Community. 33-22 our score in favor of the Ironmen. Pete now, they kick that ball around. Here's a three ball up. That is no good that time by Isaiah Allen. And we're going to have a foul, I do believe, here against the Ironmen. I think that went against Jarrell Brown.
Yeah, the shot there from Centennial, another deep three. The only ones that we've really seen go down are the closer ones. So you start wondering if the Chargers want to look for a better look than that, maybe try to drive the lane. When they found the most success was when they drove the lane, opened up the three-point line, and they could get some closer shots.
Yeah, Sherrod Clark has the only three-pointers in the game, and what a block that time by Kobe Walker. Well, he swatted that thing out of there. Kobe's had a nice fourth quarter with a couple of buckets. He's got 13 in the contest. Jarrell Brown's got 8. They've got 21 of the 33 points for Normal Community tonight. So far, that's been more than enough here. 33-22 our score. Allen now trying to get by Andrew Nauer, can't do it. Patterson out front. A nice switch that time between Burdett and Nauer. Here's a three. That's going to be down. That's Sherrod Clark. Centennial's got 3 3-pointers. He's got them all here so far. Full court pressure now. Let's see if this game picks up here down the stretch. Burdett in the front court, in trouble. Trapped by Centennial. He'll throw it off a Charger out of bounds. As Burdett kind of dribbled right into that danger zone there, getting right across half court.
High IQ basketball play there from the junior, knowing he's double teamed, not going to be able to withstand that much longer, keeps the ball in his possession and just throws it right off a Charger.
Now Kobe Walker down inside. I think they called an offensive foul against Kobe Walker. It looked like Caden Pete was kind of draped all over him.
Well, those two have really been going at each other all game, not in any negative way, but just in a basketball sense. They're giving each other some buckets, being very physical in the post, and that's something they've kind of allowed throughout the game. Now starting to switch that up a bit.
Yeah, you don't see Coach Witzik react to a call very often, but he reacted to that one. As Kobe Walker looked like the defender was kind of all over him, got called for a push. Caden Pete, almost did it again. That's how he started the game, kind of stepping out, shooting that 15-footer. Couldn't quite knock that one down. Surprised Centennial hasn't gone back to that a little bit more, where he kind of squares up from 15. But Kobe Walker maybe has done a better job getting out to him as the game has gone on. Now Connor Smith can't find that three. Boy, that one looked down. Hit the back of the iron. Sherrod Clark floater. That's going to go down. Sherrod Clark is keeping Centennial in the game here so far. He's got 15 in the contest. Centennial only has 27 points, and we got ourselves a ball game, 33-27. Trey Burdett in the front court finds Jarrell Brown. Normal Community will set the offense. 4:43 to go. If the Ironmen want to stay in the hunt for the Big 12 title, this would be a big one. They've got a win over Peoria already, trying to notch one against Champaign Centennial tonight.
Yeah, the Ironmen are atop the Big 12, number 1. Manuel is number 2. They both have a 4-0
Watch out,
conference
Jarrell
record.
Brown with the lob, and there's the flush for Kobe Walker.
What a finish there. Great find from Brown. He could have easily gone in himself. Travel there on Centennial. He could have easily gone in himself. Instead, he sees Kobe Walker and lobs it right to him. Slamma-jamma from Walker, and that's what you love to see. That's Ironman unselfish basketball.
Now, Kobe now has scored 15 points in the contest here for Normal Community. Yeah, you love to see that guard turn in the corner, the step and the help, and here's a steal. Allen on the steal, finds Clark, 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Centennial inside. Pete had it blocked by Kobe Walker. Out of bounds, I do believe it's off Centennial. It's not. It's off Normal Community in there. And again, fast action. Well, Zach, it's been kind of a slow crawl here to get to this point, but here we go now. 8-point game, 4 to go.
Yeah, we're starting to get some pretty heavy action. It's going back and forth, and both of these teams are going at it as the Centennial cheerleaders are getting into it as well.
There's a three on the way. That's going to be short that time, and kind of fading away was Isaiah Allen. He's only got 2 points here in the game. Now we're into the front court. We go under 4 minutes left in the game. Osborne, a lob pass inside for Walker, tipped away. Chase Caston has it. Caston took another dribble and double dribbled on the play. So turnover against Normal Community.
For the Chargers, 42, J.J. Lewandowski.
Lewandowski's back into this game. He's somebody that adds an extra spark, extra dazzle off the bench, being able to be one of those top defensive players for the Chargers. Going to be interesting to see his impact on the fourth quarter with 3:30 left in this contest.
Yeah, Caden Pete's got 8. Sherrod Clark's got 15. The rest of the team has 4 right now for Centennial. Those have been the 2 guys here so far. Now we got Patterson looking for the dribble drive. Nice crossover. Jumper, no good again. Kobe Walker's got the rebound. Here comes Andrew Nauer back the other way. 3:11 to go. The Ironmen lead by 8. Now finds Chase Caston. Caston on the drive, and he will be fouled that time by Sherrod Clark. And that will be the first team foul of the quarter on Centennial. So Clark picks that one up. 3:05 now to go in the contest. Normal Community trying to hang on for another victory here on the 24-25 season.
Yeah, before we were looking at the Big 12 Community #1 manual. They're actually technically tied with a 4-0 Big 12 record. Some other teams to keep an eye on. Peoria, only 1 loss. Jarrell Brown gets the inbounds pass, knocks that one in. That's a double-digit lead for the Ironmen, 37-27. And it's really kind of a 3-team race in the Big 12. Those are the top 3 teams that are expected to win it, and those are 3 teams Centennial has already faced.
Knocked away that by Andrew Nauer. 10-point game, 2:45 to go. Nauer's going to be fouled by McAboo in the backcourt right there. And
fouls on Colby McAboo for the Chargers. His first, team second.
That's his first foul of the contest. Team second in the quarter for Champaign Centennial.
Substitution for the Chargers, number 11, Kellen Davis.
Kellen Davis is coming back into this game. That's somebody that was really incorporated into this game at the start of the game. He knocked, I know he knocked down a layup, and he shot a couple threes. His confidence seemed to have gotten shot as we've moved on here.
Andrew Nauer now has the basketball against Patterson. And now Centennial really ratcheting up the pressure and a jump ball. It will be Normal Community ball. So the Ironmen will have it. Normal Community looking to get to 5-0 in the Big 12, looking for win number 12 here on the season. As Andrew Nauer now will trigger this one in.
The last inbounds play saw Jarrell Brown get an open bucket. Let's see what this one gives.
There it is again, and Jarrell couldn't find it that time. Owen Osborne tipped it in that time. What a play by Owen Osborne. He's got 6 points in the contest, 39-27, 2:15 to go. Sherrod Clark picked up by Andrew Nauer. Lobs it in for McAboo. Back to Clark. 3 on the way. That's no good. Rebound, Trey Burdett. Snatches it out of there. 2 minutes left, and will Centennial have to foul now. 39-27, only 2 team fouls. They got to give a couple to put Normal Community into the penalty. Under 2 we go. 1:50 on the clock. The Ironmen by 12. Burdett does turn it over to McAboo, and that ball's going to be tied up. No, a timeout by Centennial. So Centennial gets the timeout, and it will be Chargers basketball now, 1:46 on the clock.
Yeah, Burdett seems to maybe still be trying to get back that step, get back that speed that we've seen from him all season. As sometimes he'd kind of turn the corner on that one. That's what happens when you come down with the sickness. It's winter time, but it'll be great to have him back in full form as we carry on throughout this season. And I want to talk a little bit about some players that hasn't really looked like, well, on the box score, hasn't seemed like they've done a lot. Andrew Nauer hasn't scored much, if at all, tonight, but he has been a hound on the defensive end. He's been getting hounded all night offensively, not too many turnovers. Jarrell Brown has been on fire, and he's someone that has shown up on the box score. 10 points for him. Kobe Walker once again leading this team. He averages 18 and 11 on the season. not surprised of Walker's dominance.
Champaign Centennial now. This is Clark, guarded by Nauer. Now a three, fading away, no good. And Owen Osborne had the rebound. It does come up with it. Now off to Nauer. Now Centennial's really going to have to foul. Jarrell Brown lobbed it up for Kobe Walker in time, and maybe a little time score there. Back that back out. Centennial back the other way. Clark's three is good. Sherrod Clark trying to keep Centennial in the game. 39-30. Bird it now, in trouble. We'll see if they get a timeout, and Normal Community does take a timeout with 1:14 on the clock to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Clark has 18 points, 18 of their 30. That is 60% of Centennial's baskets, and he has been shooting a lot of deep balls that didn't drop the last few times. With the game on the line, he makes that one, leaving Centennial in this ball game, but they're going to need a couple quick turnovers and a couple quick shots. The three ball hasn't gone down, but we know they average 60 a game, so we know that they can shoot it. And we're going to have to see, will they be able to in the final 74 seconds.
Yeah, the Normal Community boys team usually plays in a shootout over the Martin Luther King holiday weekend. They'll do that again, taking on South Elgin and Wabaunsee Valley on Saturday, and then Rockford East will be the opponent on Monday. So some good competition coming up for the Ironmen. Trying to finish this one off tonight. 1:10 to go. Nice job breaking the press right there. 39-30 our score. See how quickly Centennial gives a foul. And they're going to give one right there as Owen Osborne was able to get out of that trap. Osborne's got 6 points in the contest, done most of his damage inside. And Zach, as you kind of look at what Centennial needs to do, they're going to have to commit 2 more fouls just to get Normal Community into that double bonus.
And you know, they've been allowed to play today, so maybe they can get a little scrappy and be able to get a steal without a call.
Yeah, they're going to have to give something quick here. We're under a minute. They're down by 9, 3-possession game, and that's even if you knock down 3 straight 3-point shots. They're going to need to give a foul here. 50 seconds to go in the contest, and they are losing a lot of time. The Ironmen are not going to shoot the basketball unless they have a wide-open layup. There's a turnover. McAboo gets fouled by Nauer. That's exactly what you didn't want to have happen there if you're the Ironmen. But Centennial gets that turnover now. 41.9 seconds to go on the clock. 39-30. And Chase Caston will enter the lineup now just to give Normal Community a little bit more size on the defensive end here. Centennial's going to have to get something quick, and it's probably going to have to be from the 3-point line if they're going to be able to make a comeback. Patterson now hands it off to Lewandowski, now to Clark. That's the one guy you got to guard out there. He's been there almost their entire offense tonight. Hands it off for Allen. Allen, deep three. That's no good. Rebound tipped around. Owen Osborne kicks it out, and an easy layup on the other end. Well, that's interesting right there. I don't know if I've seen that before, as Isaiah Allen went up and just grabbed the rim, and that's going to be 2 points for Connor Smith. Connor's got 5 now in the contest. Wrapping this one up tonight. Patterson, 3, no good. Rebound, Lewandowski now. Nauer had it, Nauer lost it. Now Lewandowski's got it with 10. Lewandowski now with 8. Shot on the way, no good. And with 6.4 seconds to go, that's going to do it tonight. Well, Zach, we talked about the competition over that Martin Luther King holiday weekend. It will be Wabaunsee Valley. That is a team ranked in the top 10 right now in the AP poll. That's going to be a challenge for Normal Community coming up.
Yeah, and first off, I do believe it's not on the Max Prep schedule, but I do believe there's 4 games in that MLK tournament, and the other game is actually supposed to be against Downers Grove North. Not 100% official, but I'm about 90% sure on that. Kobe Walker believes that game was going to be against Downers Grove North, so we'll see. Keep your eyes on that. But let's focus on Wabaunsee Valley. Last year, Valley was one of 6 teams to give Community a loss, and they were an excellent program last year, 27-3. They were undefeated for the majority of the season, and they are returning almost all of those players. So this year, they're 17-0, still undefeated, number 5 in 4A. A game that stood out to me is they beat Sacred Heart Griffin 65-41. Normal Community fell to them by 17. Sure, it wasn't their best game, and Sacred Heart Griffin had put up 70 on them, but Normal Community is going to need a lot to go right if they want to put up a fight against this Waubonsee Valley team and take them down. I'm very excited for it. And another thing about Waubonsee Valley, average score 68-38. They have been blowing out opponents, and one player that stands out for them is guard Tyreek Coleman. He's number 8 in Illinois, an ISU commit, so someone we'll see a lot of in the Bloomington Normal area, and that is really the what to know about Waubonsee Valley. Another team that I had my eye on was Rockford East, 9-8 on this season, but it's kind of like with the Champaign Centennial, the record doesn't quite tell everything. It is a battle-tested team. 5 of their 8 losses have been within 10. Last year, Community beat them by 19, but they were 7-25, so a much improved Rockford East. That will be a big test in the MLK tournament, and I think this game was a great one to lead into it. A tough matchup against Champaign Centennial, who really gave Community their all, and lots of hustle on the defensive end.
Final score tonight, Normal Community 41, Champaign Centennial 30. Real quick rundown of the scores. Kobe Walker had 15 for the Ironmen. Jarrell Brown had 8, 6 for Owen Osborne, 5 for Connor Smith tonight. 2 points for Chase Caston, 2 points for Trey Burdett, 1 point for Andrew Nauer. The rundown there. Normal had 9 after 1, 19 at half, 29 after 3, 41 for the final. For Champaign Centennial, Sherrod Clark had 18, 8 for Caden Pete, 2 for Tyreek Patterson, and 2 points for Isaiah Allen. For the Chargers, 9 after 1, 15 at half, 20 after 3, 30 points. Final score, 41-30. Normal Community gets the win. And Zach, your thoughts on an Ironman victory? Not real pretty, but still a W in the end.
Not a pretty victory, especially if you are an offensive. You love to see a lot of offense in basketball games. Community only had 41 points, and a lot of that came in quick spurts, and then there was a lot of dry spells where you were just waiting. So offensively, some things are going to need to change for Community, although they won't always face such a tough man-to-man defense that Centennial posed for them. But I want to see a little bit more ball movement, less sloppy basketball, and I think that comes in a less physical game as well. And then if we're looking defensively, though, there really isn't much negatives for Normal Community. Right off the bat, they saw that Centennial was shooting a lot of threes. So they actually continued to give them three-point shots, but they made them take them deeper because they saw that almost all of those shots missed. It was really a game of analytics for Community, forcing the Chargers to shoot these really deep balls. We saw a couple from the Normal Community end go up, and almost all of those missed. And then they also did a great job of not letting anything get inside, because that is what led the Chargers to a nice start on the evening offensively. Community tightened up on that, so nothing to complain about defensively. Held the Chargers to 30. Their previous season low was 41. So Community, excellent job defensively. Kobe Walker had a couple blocks. Owen Osborne displayed what he can do on the inside and the outside. He's really a multifaceted player. Just so many players that did an excellent job defensively. And offensively, you'll need some shots to fall down. And I think an in-and-out approach like the girls do with Marco Reynolds is going to be really appreciated for this team. Going into Kobe Walker, letting the defense hound in on him, either foul him, he'll shoot a layup, or he'll kick it out. And I think dedicating yourself to that in-and-out will lead to more success offensively.
The Ink Spot would like to thank the fantastic line of local sponsors. Proudly support student journalism and Normal Community Athletics. Flame at Bloom, where fire meets flavor, located in the shops of College Hills. The newest offering from Bloom, Barwargi and Bloom Barista is Flame at Bloom, where American classics meet Indian and Hispanic flavors. Sample the restaurant's contemporary fusion cuisine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Flame on. Green Gables Grill, located at Lake Bloomington. Green Gables is back and better than ever. While they have spectacular smash burgers, their menu has something for everyone. Check them out at greengablesgrill.com. We'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Ink Spot tonight. The doubleheader in the books. The girls won the first one 59-11 over Champaign Centennial. The boys get the doubleheader sweep 41-30 over the Chargers. I'd like to thank the man behind the scenes, does all the work, Brad Bovenkirk on the camera, Bella Green as well. And for Zach Knox Doyle, I'm Joel Swanson saying so